पाकिस्तान में पहली बार PUBG मोबाइल का जुनून पहुंचा है कॉलेज कैंपस पर। अपना स्क्वाड जमा करें और अपनी कैंपस की नुमाइंदगी करें। लड़िए अपने विकार के लिए। दाव पर हैं $30,000।
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan region, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. This is the grand finals day 2. My name is Phoenix Shivans. I'm going to cast the games, and alongside me, it's a Necro. So, yesterday we saw teams like STDX, Qwerty, and Team Bablu. These teams secured second dinner, and especially Team Qwerty. Oh my god, they played so well.
Yeah.
So, Necro, what do you expect from them today?
Well, I mean, Team Qwerty, for sure, they did really well yesterday. But, one team that I really have my eyes locked on is definitely going to be Bablu because they got the
Yeah.
chicken dinner in the last game. That means now maybe their momentum is building up. Maybe they can carry the legacy forward. Maybe they can carry the moment shift in today. And maybe we can see, first chicken dinner coming out of Bablu as well. I mean, we have seen what they're capable of. But yesterday,
Yeah.
kind of in the first 4 games, Bablu wasn't really able to, show up, and Team Qwerty was just so comfortable and consistent. But in the end game, Bablu did show up, and let's take a look at the prize pool: $30,000.
Well, this is the massive prize pool for this particular season, and all the 16 teams who are in the grand finals, they are competing for this massive prize pool. If any team going to secure that first position for themselves, they are going to get $10,000, which is a massive, huge amount basically. And if any player become the MVP, he will get $500 for his own self. So he's going to be quite happy with that $500.
Well, the thing is, like, yeah, for sure. The MVP, man of the match. It's more kind of like the man of the entire tournament or something
Yeah.
like that. And it's like, I do understand, $500 is more important. But imagine if your team is winning the game, but at the same time the MVP is from your team. It's just
Well.
like, it just adds like a little bit of cash in for it as well. But let's take a look at the point table. Pretty much you have been taking a look at this a long time from the past. It's nothing changed. It's pretty much the standard one. But yeah, now we can focus on talking about these teams, For example, STDX as well. In the semifinals, STDX was an absolute, consistent team, for sure. But this time in the finals as well, we're seeing NFPxSky kind of, taking their place up. And STDX is there. STDX is still there. We still have 10 more games going up in the future as well. Anything can happen in those 10 games.
Yep, surely. Anything can happen in those 10 games. Now, you can see the clear-cut picture. The teams who are dominating, they are the teams who were dominating in the semifinals, in the playoffs, as well as in the quarterfinals. They are showcasing the same thing. But the teams who were placing a little bit passive, now in the grand finals, they came up with a solution. They came up with new strats.
Exactly.
We have the squad roster in front of us: Team Qwerty, Team Bablu, MAXIMUSxFTN, and Team Slayers.
Exactly. As I did talk about, Maximus had some incredible moments yesterday, but still, somewhere down the line, not really able to show the consistency in the game. Some moments were there where they actually did get the spotlight. Same goes with Arkadians as well. Arkadians is a team, they have the caliber. But I really feel like somewhere down the line, the main part where they're struggling is like the team synergy is not just, building up with them. It's just like somewhere down the line, we just feel like they're kind of disconnected from each other. And whatever they do is just not well calculated. Then we have Team Xquetta coming in, Prime, Renegades as well. Yesterday Renegades had kind of a rough day, but let's see how today goes as well. Today is kind of a new start, and I'm pretty sure all these teams, IGLs as well, have refreshed their minds.
And their game plans too. Let's see what's going to happen. But I have high hopes from teams like Team Maximus, because if we talk about this particular team, in the semifinals, they were so consistent, as well as their kill department it was so strong. But I'm really excited because are they going to repeat the history, or they're going to do something different? We all know that every single team, they just want that $10,000. They just want that title of campus championship. But there's another thing, and that is you are facing one of the best teams from the Pakistan region.
Exactly. Each and every single team has came this far. That means the journey has been long as well. But now let's take a look at the schedule. Pretty much the same that we saw yesterday. Nothing really changing here. All 5 games. First game is going to be played on Erangel, second on Miramar, third again on Erangel, fourth on Sanhok, and then fifth again on Erangel. So Erangel is pretty much the main priority here. We do know Erangel is the map where all the teams usually are so comfortable playing as well, and it is the primary map of PUBG. It is like the symbol. It's like the symbolic map of PUBG. If Erangel's not there in a tournament, then you cannot really call it a tournament because
Yeah.
Erangel has been the classic map, and you gotta prioritize it no matter what. But yeah, I was talking about teams like Prime, teams like Renegade. I mean, Prime had some insane moments yesterday, right? Same goes with Renegades.
Yeah.
I still remember yesterday, Renegades, I think so. One of the players from Renegades, I don't really remember if I think so. It was Captain. He just straight up rammed the buggy in the house. He just directly came in from the mountaintop. He just rammed the buggy. Like, what an heroic entry. I don't think so. I can forget that moment ever.
True, true. You know what? I watched those matches basically. Yesterday, I could not able to cast a single game because Necro and Ankit, they were fighting with me that, you know what, Shivansh, we just want to cast all the 5 games. But today,
Uh,
finally,
I don't know if that's true.
okay,
That's true.
that's a story. Okay, so it's a story it's just made by me. But we have the overall ranking in front of us. Team Qwerty on the top with 94 total points onto their name. NFPxSky on the second. Portal Esports on the third position. Now, the main thing, that is Team Qwerty. They have a massive amount of lead from the teams who are at the second, third, and the fourth, or at any position. So, I think so that they are going to maintain this lead until and unless any team decided to cross their path, any team decided to drop down the same position Team Qwerty dropped, as well as if any team decided to gatekeep, as well as if any team decided to, cancel out their plans.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Team Qwerty has 34 points lead from the second place. That means the guys in the second place, if they want to actually tackle down Team Qwerty, it's not really going to be an easy task for sure. They will have to, work hard for that. And it will definitely take a little bit of time, maybe, 2 more games, because Team Qwerty is a team that will keep their performance consistent no matter
Yeah.
what. So even if one game they're not really able to, stick up to like top 10, they will still rack up some decent amount of kills, which is understandable.
Yep, which is really understandable. But let's have a look at the kill readers. Team Qwerty. We know that they are on the top, and the players from Team Qwerty, they are also on the top, and the kill leaders. We can see World Trucks on the first position with 19 kills, Destroyer on the second position with 12 kills, FS Malik is also in the fray on the third position with 12 kills, Wolverine on the fourth position with 10 kills. So, if we talk about this particular player, FS Freestyle, they were also good. I remember in the semi-finals, only 3 players they were playing with the 3-man lineup, but still, despite of the fact that they were playing with the 3-man lineup, still they were so consistent, securing a lot of points, focusing on those placement points. Whenever they got a chance, they convert some players into kill points. That's what I like about Team Freestyle.
Exactly. Team Freestyle. I mean, of course, Team Freestyle is a team that have been doing, pretty great as well in the past. And even overall, the record that they have, I feel like they have one of the most consistent records. But let's take a look at this PMCC exclusive event. You are going to be getting these exclusive items in the game. And what do you got to do for that? Shivansh, you explain it.
You know what? You just have to log in to the PUBG Mobile from 21st to 6th June in South Asia server and earn some PMCC medals.
Yeah.
And you can redeem those medals with in-game rewards. Can you imagine, like, just
Yeah,
watching the stream? And
exactly.
by just watching the stream, you can get some items in your PUBG Mobile account. You can literally flex those items to your friends and, bro, by just watching the stream, I got these cool items. Do you have to know? Because I was the one who was literally like watching every single game. But if we're talking about game,
Uh,
we have the first map in front of us.
So I mean, it's actually not by watching the stream. You got to stay active. So it's
Oh
like
yeah,
this: be online for a total of 20 or either 50 minutes or 80 or 100 minutes in total in a day, and earn up to 1, 2, 3, or 4. So for example, if you're online in a day for 20 minutes, you'll earn 1 medal. 50, you'll earn 2. If you're online for 80 minutes, you'll earn 3, and if you're online for 100 minutes, you'll earn 4 medals overall. And then once you are able to collect 120 overall medals, you can actually redeem them to get the PMCC frame for yourself, and then you can probably flex on your friends that, hey, look, I've worked hard to get this. You don't have it, I have it, and I'm gonna flex it in game.
That's what I like about this. What the in-game rewards. But if we talk about the playing part, it starts from the Primos area and towards the northeastern side of Mansion. Teams already drop down to their favorite drop locations. And I'm sure they are going to get some decent loot out there unless uh, if every single player just looting the same compound. But we have the first zone in front of us. It is favoring the eastern side of the map.
Exactly. And pretty much, I mean, decent circle, but still, I mean, I would have loved it if it was a military-based circle. I mean, we have seen some, insane fights happen in the military island, especially when teams are trying to cross over. It's like one of the best things to witness in the world. And then we have teams like still Team Qwerty on the right side, but hold on for a moment. Team TES is going head-to-head against the lads of RZx7E Esports. I mean, it seems like Hacker has been caught off guard there. Unfortunate moment. Yep, from the back lines. Beautiful contestation from the side of Team TES and managed to take down Hacker with no issue.
And they secured one kill point in the very early stage of the match. So this is a good thing. But I can see another player of the same team. So Team TES, they have to be careful about this, because I can see Dante. He is inside the tall building. He's inside that apartment. He has a M16. He has an M16 as well as a PP Bison. So this gun, you can you know what you'll have 53 bullets. You can literally spray down 53 bullets in a single spray. So the damage is kind of decent, but the fire rate is amazing. So you can literally take down one or two players in a single spray. Your aim, it has to be so precise if you want to do that. But by the looks of it, Dante, he is stuck. He got stuck inside this area because Team TES, all the four players are inside. They are in an individual compound, trying to knock him down. But look at the position of Boss. He is on a flank angle. I think so. He just want to rescue his teammate.
Exactly. I mean, for now, ours at 70 isn't really looking good. I mean, one thing is definitely decent for him right now is that at least he's not moving an inch. If he moves any kind of muscle, his sound kills will be given away. Well, will be given away. But here comes a little bit of backup from their side as well. But we have someone on the top lines, and whoa, he fell down. He wanted to make a little bit of sneaky angle there, wasn't really able to. Unfortunately, he fell down off the top. Now it seems like RZx7E here is trying to at least get this fight decently in their hands as well. But okay, well, seems like a little bit of miscalculation in those peaks as well. Boss gets taken down instantly. But look at where Dante has found himself. This is quite a cheeky angle that he has gotten himself, and I'm pretty sure none of the lads from TES are going to be expecting Dante here.
But you know what? The question is how long he can survive. He has no vest or helmet. He has one level 1 backpack and that Bison as well as M16. His player, he got knocked out. Wrecker just want to confirm that kill, not over aggressing. So that's the best thing. Alyan just confirmed the kill of Boss. It seems like Dante's position has been compromised, and yep, he goes down. But from the other side, Hitman, traded off one player, but it's not enough because the revival is going to be there. Hanan, he is pretty safe, but I don't think so. That's the same situation for Dante.
Dante, unfortunate moment there on his side as well. And 1684, I mean, is kind of weapon you do want in those kind of mid ranges as well. And even sometimes in long ranges, it is kind of a reliable weapon. But especially if you just have a red dot on it, I don't really feel like it is going to be that decent, especially in the long ranges. So none of the teams, especially when it's like early game, most of the people are not really ready to engage in some long range fights, and this is the prime example of it.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with your point. But look at the teams near the Yasnaya area. We can see a cluster of teams in the eastern side of the map. So now look at the position of the players of freestyle. They are very close to the players of BE. NFP Helsi is also there. NFPxSky. Both the teams quite close to each other. I think so. I think so. If both the team decided to stay or to hold a similar compound, it might possible that they are going to engage on Kafafel, and only one team will survive from that situation. If we're talking about surviving, Team RZ7E, they are not looking that good because Headman is the last man surviving from the side of that particular team. He is in the school area, pretty safe, but I don't think so for so long because he is the lone man. He's the only player surviving for his team.
Lonesome survivor. Such an unfortunate moment break down, especially if you are going to be losing all your teammates, and then you're the only one who has all the pressure on your shoulders to actually carry your team to the top. Things do kind of crumble down even mentally for the rest of the day, and you probably won't be in your prime as well, which is pretty understandable in itself.
Yeah, true. Now, where the second zone is going to form, I'm sure where at the same location when where the drop is going to drop down. But the main thing, Team Bablu, they haven't started their rotation. They're still in the northern Georgepol city. I don't know what they are thinking. I don't know what plans, what type of plans they have. But I'm still curious what they are going to do.
But up till now, we just saw that one fight happening against TES. And then nothing really is much happening in the entire map for now. We are seeing all these teams, going ahead for the rotations inside the circle. And sometimes early game rotations is kind of the call that you want to make. But a lot of teams this time are making those late game rotations when the circle is on a move, which is pretty questionable because you want to aim for the center of the circle. Most of the times, even if the circle takes a hard shift away from you, if you're in the center, it's not going to be that long of a path for you to cover. But the teams that are on the edges, and if the circle takes a drastic shift away from you, that means you have a long path ahead of you. And at the same time, there's going to be some team, just settling down and waiting for them to, take you out the game as you're trying to make the rotation. So those kind of things do get kind of sometimes tricky, and you want to make sure you are being as safe as possible. Even one single casualty in a team can just be a massive demise.
And you know what? You have to stay alive till the end so that you can secure a chicken dinner. But for that, you have to take down some enemies. Joker could not able to collect a single bullet. Could not able to connect a single bullet. My God, that was not a good spray. Portal Esports, two players inside one compound and other two inside another compound. Uh, Joker, to be honest, could have been taken down that one player, but it was a wrong move from his side. Spray from Scarl. It is a bit difficult to control the recoil, but sometimes it's you know what? Sometimes it's not possible. But if we're talking about possibilities, that was a risky move from the side of Stalwart because they were literally running from the side of Arkadians. Arkadians, they were holding that particular area, and Bunny knocked out one player. It is 666. He got knocked out just beside the tree. The backup is here. Gambler pinned down Bunny behind the rock. Bunny healing himself up. On the other side, Cairo on very low HP.
Stalwart Esports, though, they did open the fray up against the lads of Arkadians. Arkadians is one of the teams who's having kind of a rough start since yesterday. First day wasn't really the best that they wanted to, but again, they're trying their best. Now, here we have Team Xquetta as well, kind of challenging a fight against the lads of Stalwart Esports. Arkadians losing out on one of their men early off. Arkadians. That's a massive loss on your side. I mean, there's still 16 teams alive. You already have one minus player in your lobby. I mean, that's a massive loss. To be honest, if you think or if you see it from my perspective. But another fight panning out. Bablu seems like this time they're not going to be missing anyone. Those eagle eyes. Oh my god, they have some microscopic eyes there. The way he spotted him out instantly took him out the way as well. If it was me in the Bablu space in Bablu's place there, I'm pretty sure I would have been searching him all day, all night, and still wouldn't have been able to find him.
And you know what? The main thing is Bablu. They are looking pretty good. They already secured 2 kills. Just moving forward for the victory. On the other side, Lost Esports. They are not looking that good because they already lost 2 players. Both the players, they have less amount of HP. Renegade spotted down the other 2 members of Lost Esports, but they are backing off. They are just moving away because at this moment they are also receiving some amount of damage of the blue zone, and this is not a good thing. Freestyle Vegeta knocked out 1 player with his DP28, and we all know that DP with those burst shots can provide you a lot of opportunities to knock down some players.
Lost though. 2 players already kind of disappearing from the lobby early off. Lost again one of those teams who hasn't really had the start of their life. And they do want to redeem themselves. They are looking for redemption. But teams are not going to let that be such an easy task for Lost. I mean, already losing out on 2 players such early in a game. And now you're just down to Iconic and Believe. I mean, I do believe, I believe anything can happen in the game. We have seen in the past as well. We have seen in the PMPLs as well. One solo clutches, solo man clutches, some insane clutches in the past. But pulling those off almost all the time isn't really a thing. It's like once in an eternity or something. Like those kind of clutches are pretty rare to see. And clutching those kind of situations off is one of the most trickiest thing to do. And look at the circle shift, right? 40% of the circle is already in the water. That means it's only covering some less amount of land. Less amount of land means less amount of cover. But Milta is the city that is in the center of the circle. Maybe that would just, make up for the less amount of cover.
And you know what? That Nova deploy bridge is also inside the safe zone, so this is a good thing. NFPxSky, it seems like, spotted down some players of PES, but Team Qwerty on the other side also taking some fights. Knocked out Gully Boy and Bolt Trucks. Okay, Satan. He knocked out Satan, instantly finished him off, confirmed that crucial kill. And we can see a lot of teams at the same vicinity. That was an incredible grenade from the side of Fadi. Provide him a lot of opportunities to knock as well as to finish that player, but Fadi, he was not that lucky because he got knocked out.
The well-placed, precise nade. The precision is on point from the enemy side as well. Team Qwerty kind of shaken this time. Team Qwerty do realize that things are looking really shaky from their side, and they need to at least get the resin on that one teammate that is knocked out. But for now, it seems like Khan will be safe, and I don't understand. From Team Qwerty, Khan is always the man who usually gets knocked out early off. And I have said this in the past as well. Khan, I just feel like he is too aggressive. Maybe sometimes he should kind of hold off. You being the IGL, you need to stay alive till the end. You're the main link of the team. If you're going to be going down early off, don't get me wrong, Khan is an incredible IGL from Pakistan region. But I just feel like the way he aggresses in some fights, I feel like he should wait for his teammates to come with him. And you staying with the team, especially if you're the IGL, it's your priority to stay alive till the late games.
Yep, that is something very, very important for you to survive till the end. And you know what, as just Necro mentioned, you are the IGL, so you have to give those crucial calls to your teammates that from which side you guys can rotate and from at which moment you have to rush. But we can read the kill feed. World Trucks finished off 1 player. This is literally looking good from side of Team Qwerty, because this team is engaging in some fights. and winning those fights. That's the most important thing. On the other side, Lost Esports.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is the best circle we ever witnessed.
Now this is pretty interesting there. It's kind of a hard shift from the circle. All the teams will need to make a rotation and take a look at the map as well. So many fights happening, so many teams peppering down shots here and there. So many teams want to take those suppressing shots. They are seeing a lot of info. They're getting overloaded with a hell lot of info, and they don't really know how to use that info in their favor because there's just so much overflow of info going on right now. Each and every single team is opting out for those early games rotation, for those early zone rotation, because in those late zones, things do get kind of tricky, so you want to make sure you're being as early as possible, especially when the new zone pops up. Look at this, Portal Esports knocked up. This time seems like this man is just going to be an unstoppable laser beam. Almost caught off guard the last from STDX as well, but now he's getting shot from the right side. It's going to be NFPxSky tickling him from the far fray.
Well, now Portal Esports already secured 2 kills inside the circle, looking pretty good. They have a good hold on this particular compound. NFPxSky Ash, oh, almost knocked out Titan. Titan just slipped down, and kill confirmation is also there. I thought he was alive, but no, he got knocked out. He jumped from the cliff, so that kill confirmation it is going to be a little bit early. Look at the position of the players of Stalwart Esports. 2 players inside the water area, and Ash spotted down the other 2 players who are sitting inside the bucket. My God, this is something hilarious.
Well, I mean, it's like they don't really have any other choice, right? And they are kind of out in the open. They do know if they're going to be taking any shots, things won't really be looking good for their health. But look at this, Team Qwerty getting caught off guard in those rotations. Destroyer, the good man, the fragger of this team, has been taken out, but still, there is Voltrix alive, so the hopes are going on as well. But look at this, Renegades already have a decent amount of position for themselves, including some decent cover, but one man just fell down. An unfortunate turn of events for him. Didn't really realize the edge was right next to him, and he just kept walking, and he fell down. I feel bad for him.
What if you know what? Every single player of Renegades got knocked out, and that player Teddy, he was the lone survivor. He was the last man surviving from the side of his team. That is going to be something insane. And insane, if you talk about insane stuff, insane. He just switched to an R17. I just don't know the name, but it is a pistol, one of my favorite pistols. It requires 7.62 bullets. Now, Bablu. Come on, Zibyan. You're going to knock out the players with some grenades. And yeah, he did the same thing. The kill confirmation is going to be their killers. Got eliminated. Prime not looking that confident because they already lost 2 to 3 players. On the other side, Team TE has taken exit at the 15th position.
Exactly. Mushroom there. That nade. Oh, pretty close there, but still wasn't really able to make it quite on its mark. For now, Mushroom will be looking safe, but look at this. Bablu have one of their players in the back lines. It's going to be Pika. Even if Mushroom decides to push, Pika is there to provide him that backup fire from the back lines. And now Teddy, what exactly he can do is try and move forward, shift forward a little bit from the waterways, and hear some footsteps. And if he does hear some footsteps right above him, that means he can convey the info to his teammates. Guys, I hear someone right above the shorelines. That means there is a team right on my mark. And this is where Renegades knows the exact position of the team as well. And that can be a smart play. Even if some unfortunate moment happened, you need to figure out a way to actually, turn it in your favor.
But Necro, it can go either ways, right? Let's look at this minimap, right? Safe zone, it just shift towards the land area, and the 2 players from Team Renegades, JD and Teddy, they are inside the water area. Shazam, he has to change his location because the 5th zone is going to close in. Arslan almost knocked down Gambler, but the good thing is he spotted him down. The position has been compromised. Arslan just last minute surviving from the side of Team Xquetta. I have high hopes from this particular player. Let's see how he's going to perform in these crucial times. But Gambler, Shazam, Cairo, we can see Snacks, Bablu, all these players, they are inside the water area, just praying so that the zone just keep favoring them.
STDX again. A laser beam spray coming out from this land. STDX doing an incredible job keeping Portal Esports on their toes. Moment 2, the last man alive. This nade might just do it. This nade might just close the deal. So many nades lobbed in from their side. Portal Esports taking the shots here and there, trying to get back in line. The Portal Esports are pinned down in the open ground, and they just don't have any other choice. Moment 2, even he is, you know, there's just no way he can get out of this position unless STDX is being pressured from somewhere else, and then they are distracted fighting that team. But it doesn't seem the case anymore because STDX have an incredible positioning inside the circle. They don't really need to worry about anything. They are in the center,
as well as they have the high ground. But this is kind of dead end for Team Portal Esports because Mom2 is the last one surviving. He got pinned down by STDX, and we can see another team, which is NFPxSky, on the back lines. Arslan already on very low HP. He has only those 10 bandages.
Look at this. Behind him.
Okay. Yo, Renegade. But
man.
JD, he got knocked out.
He's knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was actually crouching around the rock.
Same here.
There is one player right in front of him. I thought, okay, this might just be the insane flank ever in the history. But unfortunately, he was already knocked out. So some kind of unfortunate moment. Again, Renegades getting caught off guard with those. And I'm pretty sure Renegades is not going to be happy with those kind of moments. You know, unfortunate moments do happen in the game of PUBG. And all you can do is just deal with it instead of, you know, there's just nothing you can do about it. All you got to do is deal with it and try to face it off. But look at this, Freestyle. This time, I mean, still, again, a consistent team. I did mention about Freestyle as well. It's from the past, they have came a long way. And overall, they have gained a reputation for themselves. They have made the name for themselves. And I feel like Freestyle has been a consistent team overall since the day one as well.
Now, things might get difficult for Team Stalwart Esports Cairo. Oh, on the other side for Team Bablu as well, because we can see Zebian on just 1 HP. Cairo, he was also on very low health points. Portal Esports Mom2 still hiding behind that burst down vehicle. NFPxSky Ash, he got knocked out. Team STDX is playing with the 3-man lineup still. They are just holding this particular area so perfectly. Already have 3 kills and another kills onto the name of Team STDX. NFPxSky, they got eliminated from the lobby.
Magnificent spray coming out from the lads of STDX. For now, they're the king of the hills. One knockout on the side of STDX, and things might just start crumbling down like a cookie. And look at this Stalwart Esports kind of closing in on the lads of Freestyle. Respect is ready for them. Instantly takes him out the game. These are some marvelous moments favoring the lads of Freestyle. And the way he just took out the player of Stalwart Esports like it was a piece of cake just made it look so easy. Freestyle, for now, I feel like they are one of the most dominating team inside this entire late game circle. But this is kind of a questionable position because there's one more team on their right lines and they might just be pressured by them. And at the same time, there are some teams in the front lines and things might not be looking good. And look at the Stalwart Esports. Still one man is there in the back lines. And I feel like Freestyle's this position, I am so doubtful about it.
Wow. I would love to talk about this, and that is Team Xquetta. Arslan just eliminated Lost Esports instantly, which is a good thing because he secured 2 crucial kills. And Freestyle, come on, this is literally very, very important for you. Knocked out 1 player, but just because of that, he compromise his push, and that's why Freestyle taking at the 5th position. On the other side, we can see Team Bablu still surviving, just hiding behind the tree, but not for so long because Alpha spotted down 1 player, knocked him down. Now it's a fight between these 3 teams: Bablu, Team Prime, and STDX. And by the looks of it, STDX, the zone is favoring them, so as the manpower.
The trifecta of death. Bablu is kind of pinned down between these two. STDX came in the lobby with 3 players. Still, till the end, 3 players alive. Props to them. None of the kind of casualty going on in their side. But if you're going to be losing out on that one single crucial player, there's going to be massive disappointment. But still, STDX, props to them. They played really well and still managed to come out in top 3. They still have to win the game, and they do have the man advantage. And these are kind of the moments where things are looking good on the side of STDX, but anything can happen. some things cannot pan out in the favor of Bablu, and some things can. But there is one more lad in the back lines of Bablu, and it's going to be Team Prime. Finally, decides to close his body. Mujrim doesn't have any other choice, but at the same time, there is one guy knocked out from the side of Bablu. There's no way Pika's going to be able to get the res onto him, so Pika has none other option than to fight. Now Pika's position is given away as well. This is where STDX is trying to find a good angle onto him. They will, and STDX get that chicken dinner in their head, and just like that, what a way to close the game out. Even though entered the lobby with just 3 players, and still able to close it out with a banger with only 3 players. STDX, props.
True, total 26 points onto their name, and Team Bablu, they played so well, secured 19 total points from this particular game. Really, STDX, they're really off to a good start. The grand final stage too. 2148 total damage. Wow, that's a massive number. But I would love to talk about this thing, Necro, and that is Team STDX. They were playing with the 3-man lineup just because of the zone rotation, as well as holding the center area, and the highest ridge inside the circle literally helped you a lot to secure that second dinner.
Exactly. I mean, overall, STDX, the way they position, I keep on saying this over and over again, is that whenever a new zone is formed, try to, be the first team to actually go and secure the center spot of the zone. Even if the circle takes a hard shift away from you, you still do not have a massive path to cover. Usually it doesn't really take a hard shift, so you don't really have to worry if you're inside the circle. Then you just need to move in a little bit, try to get inside the center of that circle as well. And exactly what STDX did. That end circle, almost second last circle, they tried to go inside the circle. They were in the center, and they had the high ground advantage, but at the same time, they had, one of the best positioning inside the circle. They were in the center as well. And now it's going to be TES Wrecker, the MVP of the game, with 6 kills, 1,039 damage. Those are some insane numbers.
You know what? Just because of this player, Team TES, they secure total 7 kills. And one thing, I just want to mention one thing. Team TES, they got eliminated at the 15th position, but still, Wrecker somehow managed to be the MVP of this particular match. We have the top players in front of us. Obviously, Parks, he is going to, claim that second position just because of his gameplay. He was so good with his gun power. He was so good with those instant knock and finish, so as we can say Alpha, because Alpha, he was the only one just working as a catalyst to initiate some fights, and his teammates just securing those crucial knocks into kills so that they can collect some decent amount of kill points in the end of the first game.
Exactly, and STDX did look in the complete touch that previous game. It seemed like there was nothing missing. The way they were playing, the IGLing was doing pretty great. The overall team coordination, the team synergy was looking on point. Bablu got second place. Overall, a decent, consistent start from the previous day as well. In the end game, they got the chicken dinner. Now, after the second day, first game, they got second place. Things are not really looking bad for Bablu. They are still on the ladder of success.
You know what? I'm sure they are going to climb that ladder so high so that they are going to stay at the top. But right now, let's refresh our memories. For that, let's have a look at the Oppo F19 Pro movements. STDX, after this particular fight, we literally concluded that STDX are going to get the chicken dinner, because Necro mentioned that while they were engaging in some fights, Necro mentioned that they are literally holding one of the best area in this circle, and it might possible they are going to get that chicken in, and yep, they did the same.
Exactly, they did the same. I mean, overall, when I took a look at the minimap as well, I saw they were in the center, and they also had like decent amount of trees for going in for their cover, and they also had a little bit of high ground, which did help them, kind of spot out those slithery snakes from above and easily take them out the game. But overall rankings, the kind of sketch is still looking the same. 96 points from the side of Qwerty, but STDX moving close slowly and steadily. It's kind of a tie between the lads of Bablu and STDX.
The only thing which is, just differentiating these two teams, that is the chicken dinner. Team STDX, they secured 2 chicken dinners, and Team Bablu only 1. But NFPxSky, they are just holding the 4th position with 0 chicken dinner, but still they have 64 total points. So, which means performing well, showcasing that consistent performance is the best thing if you want to stay at the top. Let's talk about these teams who are on the second page of the overall ranking. Team TES, Stalwart Esports, Renegades. We have high hopes. We saw them performing well, but right now at this position, they're kind of struggling, especially Renegades. Only 2 placement points, man. Come on.
I mean, to be honest, look, I'm gonna be completely honest in my opinion here. I really feel like Renegades is a really good team when it comes to the firepower. I feel like Renegades is a good team, but somewhere down the line, something is missing. The team synergy is not really being shown. The team coordination is missing there. Some of the times, team Renegades is like, I just feel like they're lost. They're completely lost. They need to be shown a direction. They need to be told, okay, do this, do that, maybe go in the center of the circle. Let's try to hold it out. And I'm pretty sure when you're in the center, you have the compound on your name, all 4 players guarding it as well. I'm pretty sure none of the teams would actually try to challenge you unless they just don't have any other choice. They will definitely ram the vehicles in your compounds, and then it just comes down to those initial 1v1 fights, if you're going to be able to win those or not. But I feel like Renegades definitely has the firepower. Just a little bit more team synergy, team coordination being shown from these lads, and I'm pretty sure they will climb the ladder.
You know, as you just mentioned, they have an incredible amount of firepower, because we can see only 2 placement points and 24 kill points. This is a massive difference, because if you are securing huge amount of kill points by just playing only 6 matches or 5 matches, it shows that you're just lacking in the placement points. If you're going to start working on those placement points, it might possible you're going to hold the first or the second position or the top 5. But for that, we need a little bit of breather after this amazing match. We go on a short break coming right up. It's going to be the second map of the Day 2 Grand Finals.
जेंटलमैन, फिर से आपका स्वागत है पबजी मोबाइल कैंपस चैंपियनशिप पाकिस्तान रीजन के इंटरव्यूज पर। इस बार हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं इंटरव्यू में टीम STD से स्पार्क, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
आई एम गुड, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। व्हाट अबाउट यू?
आई एम डूइंग गुड एज वेल स्पार्क, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर आस्किंग। चलिए, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं यहाँ पे मेरे पास आपके लिए, जिनके जवाब आई थिंक फैंस भी जानना चाहेंगे। और एक सवाल ये रहेगा कि आप क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं एज वन ऑफ द टॉप कंटेंडर्स इन द फाइनल्स, तो उसमें आर यू फीलिंग एनी प्रेशर कि अब इतना सेमीफाइनल्स में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, फाइनल्स में भी द फैंस आर गोइंग टू बी एक्सपेक्टिंग द सेम थिंग?
नहीं, वैसे कोई प्रेशर की बात तो नहीं है। खैर, हम लोग कोई प्रेशर फील नहीं कर रहे ऐसे, लेकिन लाइक हमारे पास एक डिसएडवांटेज है कि हम लोग 3 मैन हैं, बाकी सब टीम्स 4 मैन हैं। लेकिन हम लोग इसको एक प्लस पॉइंट की तरफ लेकर हम लोग चल रहे हैं, बाकी प्रेशर की कोई बात नहीं।
So, I mean, ये एक बहुत अमेजिंग चीज़ आपने मेंशन करी कि इवन विद अ 3 मैन रोस्टर आप लोग कॉन्फिडेंट है कि आप चैलेंज कर सकते हो उस ट्रॉफी के लिए, और ये बात आपने शोकेस भी करी अपने सेमीफाइनल्स के परफॉर्मेंस के थ्रू। एक और चीज़ जानना चाहूँगा मैं आपसे, आपने मेंशन किया कि आप 3 मैन रोस्टर के साथ भी जो है उसको एक एडवांटेज की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं, उसके साथ ही आपने एक कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मेंस दिया है, तो वो जानना चाहूँगा कि वो कंसिस्टेंसी आप कैसे अचीव करते हैं?
कंसिस्टेंसी लाइक टॉकिंग अबाउट गन पावर, मेरे पास गन पावर बहुत अच्छी है, ठीक है। लाइक सीरियस एंड अल्फा मेरे जो साइड में है, सीरियस बेस्ट फ्रैगर है, अमंग द बेस्ट है इन पाकिस्तान। तो और मैं भी एंट्री फ्रैगर हूँ, लेकिन फ़िलहाल आईजीएल बना हुआ क्योंकि हमारा आईजीएल नहीं खेल रहा ना, तो उसके साथ मैं हूँ। बाकी अल्फा हमारे पास बैक पे है, तो मतलब हम लोग मैनेज कर लेते हैं, बहुत ईजी है, हम कोई डर नहीं लगता कोई भी टीम में।
एब्सोल्युटली फियरलेस, ये बहुत ज़्यादा एक अच्छी चीज़ आपने बोली, क्योंकि एक ऐसी चीज़ भी रहती है, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर आप भी एग्री करेंगे, एक बार ही अगर आप सामने वाली टीम से हल्का सा डर जाते हैं तो वो गन फाइट्स कई बार आपके अगेंस्ट चले आती है। बट इफ़ यू आर फियरलेस, इफ़ यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट लाइक यू गाइज आर, तो वो गन फाइट्स आपके फेवर में जाएंगी। इसी चीज़ पे एक और चीज़ जानना चाहूँगा कि अपार्ट फ्रॉम फेसिंग द 4 मैन रोस्टर्स बैटल ग्राउंड के अंदर, लाइक मैप्स के अंदर एक और ऐसा कोई बड़ा चैलेंज जो आपने फेस किया हो पबजी मोबाइल कैंपस चैंपियनशिप में इस बार?
वही है, जोन मेटा बहुत चेंज हुआ है इस बार, तो उसको प्रेडिक्ट करना बहुत मुश्किल है इस बार। तो जोन बहुत ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट होता है। बाकी गन फाइट्स और रोटेशंस ये बिल्कुल भी डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं है हमारे लिए। तो
इन चीज़ों पे आई एम प्रीटी श्योर आप काफ़ी टाइम से भी वर्क कर रहे होंगे, इम्प्रूविंग योर गन फाइट्स, इम्प्रूविंग योर रोटेशंस। स्पार्क, चलिए एक चीज़ आपसे जानना चाहूँगा, आपकी जर्नी के बारे में कुछ बताइए। किस तरह से आपकी पबजी मोबाइल के कम्पिटिटिव जर्नी की शुरुआत हुई थी?
तो आई स्टार्टेड लाइक आई थिंक 2 years बैक। तो अभी जो मेरी टीम में मेन आईजीएल है ना, मेरा बटर, तो उसने मुझे बोला था कि तुम्हारी गेम अच्छी है, तुम्हें कम्पिटिटिव शुरू करना चाहिए। तो लाइक उसने ही सब करा, उसने STDX भी उसने नाम बताया, लेकिन वो किसी और टीम में था। तो बताया तो हम लोग खेलते थे, फिर आगे आए। अब माशाल्लाह से शुक्र है अल्लाह का, अभी हम लोग काफ़ी आगे आ गए, क्योंकि इज़्ज़त मिली है, अब इज़्ज़त का फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं।
वेल काफ़ी आगे तो आप आ चुके हैं कि कंटेंट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे टाइटल को इतने बेहतरीन तरीके से फाइनल्स के अंदर। और इसी के साथ एक और प्लान, मतलब अगर फाइनल्स की बात कर रहे हैं तो आपका गेम प्लान किस तरह का रहेगा फाइनल्स के अंदर?
लाइक स्टार्टिंग में हम लोग फाइट्स अवॉइड करते हैं, बिल्कुल फाइट्स अवॉइड। लेकिन मिड में जाके ना हम लोग ये होता है कि हम लोग पैसिव नहीं होते, पैसिव नहीं कह सकते, लाइक एग्रेशन शो करते हैं टीम्स को। लाइक नॉक पे नॉक फाइट्स लेते रहते हैं कंटिन्यूस। ऐसा नहीं होता कि मिड कंपाउंड पकड़ के बैठ जाता है, हम लोग फाइट्स लेते रहते हैं। फिर एंड में जाके हम लोग फुल लाइक अगर हमें जोन चाहिए होता है तो फिर हम फाइट्स एक नॉक करके पुश कर देते हैं, चाहे वो 4th वाला रेप भी हो जाए, हम लोग पुश कर देते हैं। मोस्टली ये होता है कि हम लोग निकाल जाते हैं।
और ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि एक जो प्लान जैसा आपने सेट किया है कि कॉन्स्टेंटली फाइट्स पिकअप करते रहनी है, मूवमेंट कॉन्स्टेंटली शोकेस करनी है, इस प्लान पे टीम स्टिक करे। और ये चीज़ आपकी टीम काफ़ी बेहतरीन तरीके से करती भी आई है अभी तक। तो चलिए एक आखिरी सवाल मेरा रहेगा, एक मैसेज, जैसा आपने कहा कि अब काफ़ी ज़्यादा इज्जत भी आपको मिली, आप काफ़ी आगे तक पहुँच चुके हैं अपनी इस जर्नी में, तो एक मैसेज अपने फैंस के लिए, जो आपने नए फैंस बनाए हैं इस जर्नी में, फैंस के लिए, फैमिली के लिए कोई मैसेज आप देना चाहें तो?
फैंस के लिए मैं एक यही बात कहना चाहूँगा कि अगर आप अपने ऊपर भरोसा रखते हैं, आपको लगता है आप एक चीज़ कर सकते हैं, तो कभी भी उसको क्विट नहीं करें। चाहे आपके पास आपकी फैमिली का प्रेशर हो, आपके फ्रेंड्स का प्रेशर हो, या किसी का भी प्रेशर हो। अब अगर आप एक चीज़ पे बहुत अच्छे हैं, आप अचीव कर सकते हैं, तो कभी भी उससे पीछे नहीं हटना, आगे बढ़ते रहना। यही है
एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंस्पायरिंग मैसेज, जस्ट टू कीप पुशिंग थ्रू, कोई भी डिफ़िकल्टी आए उसके थ्रू। थैंक यू सो मच स्पार्क फॉर गिविंग अस योर टाइम एंड गुड लक फॉर योर मैचेस इन द फाइनल्स।
थैंक यू। थैंक यू।
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the scene? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going.
Hello, my friend, and once again, welcome back to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan region. And this whole event is sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro Power Up Game. My name is Ankit, and this time joining alongside me will be Shivansh. And straight away, we are heading towards the map of Miramar, the desert island. Last game, we just saw STDX continuing their run from the day one at the chicken dinner at the start of the game, at the start of the day. So, how do you think it will boost up with the confidence to them?
To be honest, you know what? I was listening to the interview of Spark, and he was so kind. His speech was also good. At the end, he told every single fan that just focus on your best style, as well as just focus on your passion. If you're so good, you can literally pursue your passion as a career. And now Spark just literally showcasing the same thing. He is on the team STDX, secure a chicken dinner on the second page or second position of the overall ranking, playing so good despite of the fact just playing with the three-man lineup, but still looking pretty strong. Let's see how these teams are going to perform. I have high expectation from this particular team.
I mean, yeah, teams like STDX continuously performing the way in the top-notch way that they are doing. But yesterday we saw a flight path that dominated straight away on the eastern half of the circle. But today we just witnessed that the flight path it sort of equally dissected the map in two equal halves. So now the circle, as usual, the central or sort of northern shift. But the best part for them is that apart from one team, that is of NFPxSky Esports, rest of the 15 teams will be in the circle. But some teams that are on the edge of the circle, I can already see Renegades up against to the players of R7E Esports. So R7E Esports are constantly changing the drop location. In the last match also, we saw them not going to the area of Noverupnoy and going to the area of school apartment. So this is a strategy I actually don't understand, because you need to stabilize yourself. You need to stabilize yourself at this format where you just are in the finals. Each game actually matters you a lot.
Certainly. Each game matters you a lot, and those points matters a lot. But let's see which team is going to become the king of the Miramar Hills, or we can say the Miramar map. But team already dropped down to their favorite drop locations. Some teams spotted down individuals of those of teams, but right now, not a single knockout, or we have not witnessed a single kill yet.
I mean, exactly. It's still a standoff situation. A deadlock is there. I can already see Dante with that 25 or 30 HP. He has used that painkiller or maybe that drink that he has. But for now, it's Dante is sort of pinned off, and he is isolated away from his teammates. All he can do is just wait and watch and wait for the rest of the teammates to pick up those fights. Renegades, as we say, the team that has secured a total of 26 points, and guess what? 24 points is all secured from kills. So just 2 placement points, an average damage of 800. So with the help of just 24 kills, they have come this far. They are on the 12th rank. I guess what if they start securing and amassing a huge number of points with the help of those placement points? They can easily climb up that ladder.
They can certainly easily climb up that ladder, but for that you have to be consistent. Let's take an example of this team, Renegades. They are on the 12th position with only 2 total points, 24 kill points onto their name. So this is something incredible as well as something weird at the same time, because if you are so good, we can see the same thing. JD knocked out 2 players instantly. He has that Vector, 33 bullets loaded in that gun. Just dropped down to only 50% HP, and another player got knocked out of Team Renegades. So Renegades survival's gonna be there. Every single player has those SMGs, but SMGs are the best thing, are the best stuff, are the best guns in those close range fights. Hitman, a molly onto Hitman, but he was barely surviving. The distance is so close, but still Hitman slowly and steadily bleeding out. Team Renegades securing those kills, those knockouts. So now we were talking about this, right, Ankit? If you're so good with your kill points, then why you are not that good with those placement points? I'm still wondering why. But I'm thinking the same thing, and that is I'm sure that in this particular map they are going to secure a chicken dinner. It's my prediction.
So a big statement straight away coming from the side of Shivansh, I guess, and I hope that the team of Renegades live up to your expectation. Even I do want them to secure maybe at least 10 or 12 points, so that will help them in two ways. A, that points table that will eventually help them. Obviously, if they have secured 3 kills already in just the 5 minutes of the game, if they secure chicken dinner in a map of Miramar, we already know these things, that the map of Miramar offers you a high fragging game. To be very honest, 12-15 kills is what on a general basis we see. So if a total of 15 or kill points, so making a total of 28-29, they will obviously shoot up the number where they are. They are with 29 points at 11th position. Just imagine if they secure at least 25 points, they will be straight away in that top 7, top 8, and then they will be contesting, and the only aim for their side will be to reach in that top 5 position, because there is not much of point difference. Look at that STDX team Bablu, total of 70 points, sharing equal points. Apart from team Qwerty, that has to be very honest, has been kept shunned for now. Team Bablu is sharing the same point. NFPxSky Esports just 6 points away from them. Also Portal Esports following them next, and then 60, 50, 40. So there is not much of a point difference, and the tournament is quite sort of open, if I have to say about that, because after the domination that Team Qwerty did showcase in the very first 3-4 matches, from then onwards, I have sort of seen a dip in their graph.
You know what? I have to agree with that statement, but you know what? Sometimes you are not that good, but sometimes you are so incredible. Let's see what is going to happen in future for this particular team. Arkadians on the 15th position. The good thing is, if they're gonna finish at the 15th or 12th or any position, they are getting some amount of money, which is the best thing
Yeah.
for them. You are in the top 16. You are in the grand finals of PUBG Mobile Campus Championship, Pakistan region. But every single team, I am sure they are looking out for that $10,000. And for that, Kaizen, he just engaged in a fight.
Exactly, indeed. All the players are looking to take their fights here and there. It seems that Lost Esports are again lost in the rotation. The same thing that happened in the very first day, also in the semi-finals, and again and again they are finding themselves in that unsettled position. Also, Arkadians engaging their fights with freestyles. Vegeta taking some huge amount of damage on 666, and he just need to heal himself up. So Arkadians need to be very cautious, because they are engaging with 2 teams simultaneously. One is a very close range fight, because Lost Esports are just in those cemeteries, and one team that is of freestyles. Maybe they are charging up, and yes, they are. As Tarrant, with that help of Virado, is just charging upon the players. You just need to be very cautious, but he is taken down, as the players from the sides of Lost Esports are also enjoying the kills, but one by one Arkadians players are falling down, and it seems that it may be a day end for them. But no, the team is still showing as 16. So yeah, Kaizen is the last player surviving. The one that initially initiated the fight is still surviving.
They are still surviving. That's the most important thing. But for how long? Kaizen received a lot of damage. Another grenade lobbed onto Kaizen from the side of Vegeta. He's just backing off, just moving away. Malik received a lot of damage. Okay, Lost Esports are using this opportunity. Want to use this opportunity onto their favor. On the other side, we can see Voltrox. Oh my God, Team Qwerty. Yep, they are on a roll. They just did a third party, knocked out one player. Not looking good for Team Freestyle. The revival is going to be there. Respect is there to help his teammate. And look at the position of Kaizen, the lone wolf, the lone survivor for his team.
Yeah, he is the soulman standing, but for how long? And the question will be answered in a moment, but he's still surviving, and that's the biggest thing. All he can do is to go for the placement points, because he cannot take the fight, and eventually he must have fallen down. But right now we are witnessing some fights between Team Qwerty and obviously Freestyles. The way they slammed in, the way they pushed, I was actually not surprised, because this is the way Freestyles has been playing throughout. Still, Kaizen surviving with the help of that cover that has been created with those rocks and those hills. He is surviving. But yes, the thing that we were mentioning, that Arkadians simultaneously they were taking fight, and in all these fights, look at that, Lost Esports, all 4 players are still standing with no loss. So one team that has been decimated in the fight with no gain whatsoever that was of Arkadians.
You know what? One thing, and that matters a lot, is you have all the 4 players alive. That's the same thing for Team Freestyle, that all the 4 players are still surviving, which is a good thing.
Ooh.
Look at that, man. You know what? One thing. If you're just playing if you're just playing some games, if you're just playing alone or with your squad, one thing remains constant, and that is you have to save your vehicles. And
Exactly. I
the
mean,
same
spot on.
approach from the side of Freestyle, right? The way Vegeta parked his vehicle inside the compound, he was like, bro, I don't think so that we are going to find another vehicle. Let's stick with the same, and I'm going to save it so perfectly.
And yes, that shows the importance of US, or maybe be any vehicle, but that was the offer. That was an offered opportunity, and you just park inside that inside the compound that he was holding for now. For now, it seemed that Freestyles falling away from that fight that they were looking to take against the players of Team Qwerty. But I was surprised why Team Qwerty didn't go for that third party, because the same strategy has been from their side throughout this tournament. For around respect, with the help of those SLR shots, trying to connect. Teen Wolf was on the receiving end. He was just trying to paralyze his movement by bursting down the vehicles up and puncturing the tires, but still that spray didn't connect well. And with that, the airdrop number 2 is on its way, and it offers you with those level 3 helmets and backpacks and those shields.
Yep, this offers you a lot, but it's gonna help you a lot too. Team Bablu, we all know as our friend and my big brother, kind of my big brother, Ocean Sharma. I love to say this, that Bablu owns Miramar. Let's see if they're gonna prove the same thing or they're gonna repeat the history or not. But for that, you have to stay inside the circle, and this circle literally favoring some of the teams who are near the Hacienda del Petro area or near the San Martin area, and other teams which are just pretty far away from these particular area. They are outside of the safe zone. So your first priority, it has to be that you have to be inside the safe zone, and then you can take some fights.
Exactly, you have to be in the zone. Now, you can see some rotation coming in from the sides of Team Prime. Team Prime, we were talking about this team yesterday, and I really bet on this team, and I really have a very high expectation from their side. And let's see how they will actually turn out their numbers and their games. But for now, we can see STDX, the only player surviving that is on serious. So quite a lot of team that is surviving, but still all the 16 team is alive. And the moment I say a rush, straight away slammed in onto the player of Kaizen from Arkadians, and 4 players marching towards you. This is not a sight that the player looks for.
And this is not a good thing for Team Arkadians, because they got eliminated from the lobby. Things got escalated quickly because Kaizen never had thought of this, that he gonna get elimination, that he gonna face that elimination so quickly, that all the 4 players of Lost Esports just gonna march straight towards him, and he is going to be on the receiving edge. But the same thing happened. Now you are gonna focus on those 3 games left for the day. You're gonna focus on those last 3 games you're gonna play today. If you're gonna work well, if you're gonna stick with the plan, if you're gonna do something different, it might possible that you're gonna secure a second win.
Definitely, all the teams and players might be looking to secure a good match for them, and as an Apollo team. And for now, it seems that Stalwart Esports, all the 4 players are just trying to heal themselves up, and it seems that they have taken some bruises, and they are a bit of damaged position. And yes, Freestyles. So look at this, Freestyles holding the cemeteries and the bounce that is offered to them. For now, they are taking all the fights and not letting any players, if they are trying to approach towards them, because Stalwart Esports, it seemed that they were caught in the rotation, and some of the players are isolated for now. So a good strategy coming in from the sides of Freestyles. After one player got down, they soon revived him, and quickly they just took hold of one compound, and they will be holding off until unless the zone actually pushes them to leave that compound and go into zone. But for now, they are sitting well in that zone, and I'm just waiting for that first circle to shrink in.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm also waiting for the same thing, but when it is going to happen, when it's gonna happen after a few seconds or after a
Yeah.
couple of minutes. Now, we can see a lot of teams in the southwestern side of the map now. Okay, this circle favoring Team Qwerty. Team Bablu Teen Wolf is he is the only man inside the circle, but STDX they got eliminated at the 15th position after securing a chicken dinner in the previous match. In the second map, they faced the elimination a bit early.
Multiple times I've seen this. Yesterday's match also, Portal Esports, after securing Chicken Dinner, being eliminated and being the team to get eliminated in the very first half of the game. So again and again, as we say and as we know, history repeats in itself. But rotation is coming in from the sides of Southwestern side. Teams like Bablu and TES are trying to rotate, and it is like a gatekeep situation, if I can see, because Bablu has holden off that edge, and they won't allow the team of TES to make any sort of rotation. If TES wants to make a rotation, a successful rotation, before losing out on any player, they just need to find for that plan B.
You know what? Sometimes sticking with the same plan might help you, but just shifting to the plan B, it helps you a lot. But right now, that's not the case for Team Bablu, because we can see that Dani, he got knocked out in the open. The Slayers could not able to secure a single kill, but still they have a good hold of this compound. On the other side, Gully Boy knocked out. Elsie also coming into action, knocking down some players, securing those crucial kills. And you know what? Just staying in a compound, as well as just spraying onto the opponents. He's just doing all these stuff.
Exactly, but Team Bablu, they are in sort of a very open situation. I can already see on the left-hand side, one team was already present in that vicinity, and they have to be very much cautious. On the other hand, Lost Esports, after eliminating 3 players from the sides of Arkadians, they are still holding that St. Martin Mountain and all. They just need to give revival to their Iconic player, because Iconic has been in a good touch from their side, but some other fights are also erupting. Renegades captain gets picked off. That means captain one that eventually picks up the player and makes the opening for their team has been picked off in the very early stage of game, if I have to say, in the very early stage of the fight, because till now 45 players are still alive, and this is still early stage of the game. If I have to talk about the fights that actually pans out, as we know, because Miramar is a big map, and all the players don't usually take the fights in the first of the game. But look at this, the way the players from the sides of Team Bablu in a 2-2 split trying to make a rotation, and the compound that is straight in front of them, that will be contested. But TES, as we just mentioned, it seemed that now they have some other routes for them.
Yep, they certainly have something else planned for them. On the other side, as I just mentioned about talking about this team, one player of Team TES, he got knocked out. Renegades steady on the receiving edge, so as Cairo, because Renegades, they are going to fight back, and they fight back so hard that you will be on the receiving edge. Look at the position of Wrecker. He is very close to the players of Lost Esports, but he is very far away from them as well, because there's one thing which is literally differentiating. Oh, that was a close call from the side of Ursulan as well as from the side of Asad. I was talking about the distance, right? There's that one rock is the only thing dividing these two teams to engage in the fight. But look at the position of Team Bablu. On the edge of the safe zone, Dani just moving towards that particular area, and if they're gonna hold that crucial compound inside the center of the circle, it might possible Team Bablu gonna secure a chicken dinner.
Exactly the same thing again and again. If we talk about the map of Miramar, meanwhile, it seemed that all the players from the sides of Renegades have been eliminated. So an approach from their side again being faltered down, and yes, they have been shut down. But 3-1 split from the sides of Team Bablu. Dani occupying that central compound, and rest of the 3 players like Teen Wolf and the 2 players holding the edge of the circle. This can be a gatekeep situation for most of the teams that are and will be rotating from the western side. Talk about the teams of the Slayers, Dreed, Hacker, Rai, Asad. They have a very good gun power, but all they just need to do is to not engage in the fight, because I can already see a congestion on the western half of the circle. Portal Esports meanwhile have also loosened 2 players, and it seems that rest of the players will also be losing. But a slam in straight on the face of Nocto, but Nocto has been taken down. A fight that is erupting on the northwestern side of circle for those contestation to make an entry into the circle. And look at this, how close the players of Team Xquetta is to the players of Portal Esports, and it seems that he's just not finishing him off because he wants to save his life too.
Yup, certainly he has to save his life too. Meanwhile, Lost Esports, oh my god, this is not good. This is not a good situation for this player. Meanwhile, Arslan, this could be the nade. This can be the nade. And okay, no, it somehow managed to dish out. He somehow managed to dish out some amount of damage onto the players of Max T. Max was on the other side, take an exit at the 12th position. Oh, that was a really interesting stuff. But 5th zone closing in. The players from Team Xquetta are still 50 meters far away from the circle.
Exactly, but Destroy just not waiting, trying to decimate the lobby with those tap mini shot. He is looking pretty good for now. And in the center, look at this team. Bablu is trying to dominate the lobby with the hold of compound. That is all in all. And not only that, they have done everything right. I mean, how can you be so much whenever they put their feet on the map of Miramar? They are so good with the rotation. They also ensure not to let loose with any player. So 4 kills already onto the name. So everything going into the name. They just all need to do is to shut all the players down if they are contested with those compounds, because some players will be going for the contestation. But Team Prime, talk about this team. The team that I have my eye set upon is that Team Prime. Killer, Kirat, Mujrim, and it seems that Mujrim, yes, he is also playing smart, but he has been knocked down for now. And now, if they have to make a rotation from the northern side, they have to take multiple fights. So today I can see from their side in the map of Miramar is that they are going for the late rotations.
They certainly are going for those late rotations. Sometimes late rotation not gonna help you, but sometimes it can be the one thing. It can be the end game. It can be the infinity stone for you. But right now, if we're talking about fights, if we're talking about infinity, we are witnessing infinite fights in this area, in this Miramar map. Oh, Dani, that looks like it was impossible. But no, Dani, he did it so perfectly. But Teen Wolf, he got knocked out in the open. Malik from side of freestyle still surviving. Dani is so good with the one in those 1v1 fights. Bunny, that one grenade can finish Teen Wolf off. Can finish Teen Wolf from the lobby. Just lobbed another grenade onto him, but no, could not able to do a single thing. Team Xquetta got eliminated on the 9th position. Stalwart Esports literally applying a lot of pressure onto the players of Team Bablu. And Team Bablu, they are still inside the safe zone, chilling inside that particular compound. Secured 5 kills. Teen Wolf, the revival is there. Okay, again, they are looking with the 3-man line.
Exactly, a cheeky move coming from the side of Team Bablu, but Stalwart Esports, they are trying to make a run. 3 players going up against the 3 players of Team Bablu, and they know it well that with whom they are taking the fight. Bunny just need to heal himself up, and all the fights are happening on that eastern half and eastern edge of the circle. And Freestyles also just got eliminated, and we just saw Malik being picked off. But Stalwart Esports, they are challenging one team, the big name of Miramar eventually it becomes, and that is of Team Bablu. 3 players going up against the players of Team Bablu. 5 kills already secured in the name of Team Bablu, and out of those 5 kills, 4 kills in the name of Zibyan. He is in a good patch for today.
He's certainly looking pretty strong. And Snack from Stalwart Esports just literally lobbed 1 grenade at a random place. So sometimes it is important to clear out those crucial angles, to clear out those particular areas, but sometimes you are wasting your utilities. But now it's just brought down to only 7 teams: Team Xquetta, Team Bablu, Stalwart Esports, Max T, Team Prime. They are also there, but the teams, some teams just surviving with those individuals. Only one player surviving for some teams, and we can see Team Bablu and Team Qwerty, these as well as Stalwart Esports, these 3 teams are were looking with 3 men strong. Now, Dani inside that compound, Cairo is very close to him. Dani is just falling back. It might possibly can take down Cairo, and yep, he did the same thing. Bunny also received some amount of damage, but Snacks on from the other side, taking some fights from the players of Team 40.
Exactly, Stalwart Esports in this crisp situation, but Dani goes down, and it seemed that in a moment or two, it can be a demise for the sides of Team Bablu. Zibyan is sole man standing. He needs the revival. He needs to give the revival, else it will be just a 2-man lineup and 2-man roster for this match. Lost Esports eventually gets eliminated, and look at this, how many teams? Max, obviously the Maximus, and one team also that is of BEX is also with that reduced to that one single player, and that is of NFPxSky Esports. Katir has done it decently, has played it decently from the sides of NFPxSky Esports, and eventually, if he finds himself away from all these not necessary fights, he can take the chicken dinner, because not much of the team have any 3 or 4-man lineup. All they just need to do is to flash in and those smokes and use those utilities to perfection. And yes, but no, Katir has been spotted. Zibyan looking in too good touch today. Too good.
Yeah. Sibyan is certainly looking too good, but on the other side, Huck knocked out one player, but just because of that spray, he compromised his position. But you know what? Team Bablu, they can secure this chicken dinner. So as the players of Stalwart Esports, one of my favorite team in the previous match, STDX secured a chicken dinner in the previous match, but this is the time Team Bablu can outshine, which is one of my favorite team too. Snacks knocked out Team Wolf again. Zibyan is brought down to only 40% HP. Snacks can do a lot of job with those utilities, but if we're gonna lob another utility onto the players of Team Bablu, it might possible Team Bablu might get eliminated, might face an elimination at this moment.
Again, a power packed performance coming from the sides of Team Bablu. Zibyan, just look at that man. Oh man, he just need to revive the players. And Team Wolf in that same place, he has been knocked thrice. So he just need to not let his teammate, because if you are reviving, you just cannot take all those fights. Even if you are spotting the players, but this is a stare down contest, because it's a 2v2 down to the match. But a nade from the sides of Stalwart Esports has done some detrimental damage, and if this nade from the sides of Destroyer connects on the sides of Team Bablu, this could have been things different for them. But no, it seemed that the players from Team Qwerty has no knowledge where the exact position of Team Bablu is.
Yeah, where the players are hiding, at which position the players are just taking cover, at which position the players are just keeping them safe. But Destroyer with another grenade. It seems like he's pretty confident with that grenade, and yup, that grenade literally dished out a lot of damage onto the players of Team Bablu. But the one thing Team Qwerty, they have good position. Team Wolf got knocked out by Destroyer. Wolverine spotted down 2 players, but no! Just because of that crucial decision, he received a lot of damage. Destroyer on the flank angle. Now it's a 1v2 situation. Destroyer with 60% health, 40% health, spotted out Cairo gonna knock him down, gonna finish him off. And now Stalwart Esports secured a chicken dinner in the second map.
Exactly, a match that we all witness in this map of Miramar. Stalwart Esports, with this total of 22 points, they make a jump, and they are on the 9th position. A total of 1913 damage, and that is a massive number if we talk about this. But if we talk about the kill conversion, that is not so much. But yes, a total of 22 points is what they have been awarded, and with this, they must be boosted up with this confidence. And this was a well-awaited chicken dinner from last days also. All the 5 matches, they tried really hard. In some matches, they went down to the wire, but they did falter. But in this crunch situation, the way they held in that last circle, because Qwerty, they knew the exact position of Stalwart Esports, but still they didn't give any location, and they just not overexposed. So patience was the key that Stalwart Esports did manage to do that at that position.
And you know what, especially those grenades and that position from the side of Team Bablu, it was also detrimental because one player from Team Qwerty, he got attracted towards the side of Team Bablu, and one player, Wolverine, he was looking out for Team Stalwart Esports. And at that position, Stalwart Esports literally used that thing into their favor because if one player is looking out for one team and another player just looking out for another, then they're literally they are just taking some different fights. In the last circles, that is not a good thing. But Destroyer, he became the MVP of this particular match. 8 kills? My god, this man is a killing machine.
Indeed, he is. I guess of a total of 11 kills of that Team Qwerty did secure in this match. Eventually, they did falter down in that 1v2 fight against that Stalwart Esports. But 8 kills, that means he just dominated the lobby and also his other teammates. Yesterday, it was the day of Voltrux, his other friend from the same team. And today, it seems that Destroyer will be destroying, and he'll be saying that, wait a moment, I'm also here.
Yeah, wait a moment, I'm also here. I'm gonna enjoy the fray of the top players. Lost Esports Unknown dished out almost 900 damage, 4 kills onto his name. But Lost Esports, they got eliminated at 24th minute. Bunny is also in the top player list, secure 3 kills. Now, the match ranking, they are in front of us, despite of the fact Stalwart Esports secured the second number, but still Team 40 on the top with 23 total points.
Exactly, but look at that Slayers with this total 10 points, 8 placement points, 2 kills. But Renegades, again, the thing that you and Necro were mentioning in that first game, 0 placement points and 6 kills. That means the team knows how to take the fight, because at max to max, the team that got the maximum number of kills, that is 11, and they were just half of them, but a total of 0 placement points. So again, the same thing happening for their side. I just want them to secure those placement points. But Portal Esports also faltering down. Team Prime able to secure 4 points, but teams like STDX, Arkadians, again, Arkadians, I'm just not able to understand. A team that has so much of potential and they are competent enough. They have that caliber. I just don't know where are they faltering. Maybe that's that the gel up, that synergy that is not going in their name, because we saw Arkadians taking 2 simultaneous fight in this very first half of the game.
Yeah, 2 fights at the same time, just not gonna work in your favor. For that, let's have a look at the Oppo F90 Pro movement. This could be the nade. This could be the final nade for the team NFP. But no, that was not the case. But one thing, I just want to mention one thing, and that is Team Renegades, as you just mentioned, they secured 6 kills in total and with 0 placement points. To be honest, in my personal opinion, this team, it has a bright future. You know what? If a single team, literally a single team is surviving on those kill points, without securing a single placement point, it means they are their gun power is so insane. They just have to focus. They just have to focus on those placement points. They'll become the best team in the Pakistan region, I'm sure.
Indeed, they have the potential again and again. They have shown, they have taken the fight against the big names we have seen in the past and in these semifinals and finals also. And all they just need to do is to secure those placement points, and then things might change for them. But for now, Stalwart Esports making a leap in that overall chart. Renegades, look at that 30 kills. None of the team in this second half of the chart is close to the total kills that Renegades have secured. The least the team that is close to the 30 kill, that is of Stalwart Esports, but still 10 kills away from that team.
10 kills away from that team. But let's have a look at the player card of Team Stalwart Esports. This team secured a second dinner with a massive amount of kill points. Let's talk about the KPM. Cairo, he's the only person who maintained that 1 KPM, and his teammates, they have 0.71 KPM. Bunny, he has 0.71. Bablu and Snakes, both the players have same KPM, which is 0.57. The main thing is one player, Snacks. He is literally dishing out a lot of damage, but he is lacking in the kill confirmation.
Indeed, he is. But after this chicken dinner, I am sure that Stalwart Esports must be aiming high for that top spot, because at the end of the day, you won that 10,000 prize pool if you come first, and that keep decreasing as you find yourself not in that first position. Eventually, the total prize pool will decrease. But Stalwart Esports, this might be a whistle-blowing thing for them, and they may be making a comeback, and they will soon be finding themselves in the top half of the chart. But the way Renegades are playing, again, come back to the same conversation, because any team with this promising talent, because they have taken all the skill in this lobby, this is not an easy thing, and this is not by fluke. They have secured that 30 kills, and we just saw none of the team from the second half of the chart were so close to that. The team that was close to that was eventually at the end was also 10 kills away from them. So all they just need to do is to find those placement points. Even if you don't get those kill points, placement points will help you for sure.
You know what, placement points will certainly help you, because right now you are climbing a mountain and it is kind of slippery. For that, you have to maintain a ladder, and placement point is the best thing. They are the wooden blocks you're gonna attach with those ropes, and the ropes is the kill point. So you need these two crucial stuff to climb the mountain, and at this position, only one team just doing an amazing job, and that is Team Qwerty.
I mean, exactly. Team Qwerty doing again and again. Team Qwerty not letting any team to get close to that first position. 2 matches are done for the day. The Erangel, the Miramar, 3 matches are still yet to unveil, but on the other side of this break.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan Region Interviews. और इस बार हमारे साथ इंटरव्यू के लिए जुड़े हैं एक ऐसे शख्स जो पाकिस्तान PUBG Mobile सीन में काफ़ी अच्छे से जाने जाते हैं. सो प्लीज़ वेलकम टीम वुल्फ फ्रॉम टीम बबलू. टीम वुल्फ, कैसे हैं आप?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ठीक. आप सुनाएं, आप कैसे हैं?
वेल मैं भी काफ़ी अच्छा हूँ. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका ये पूछने के लिए. पर चलिए अब इंटरव्यू की तरफ बढ़ते हैं, और सीधा कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल है मेरे पास आपसे पूछने के लिए, जिसका जवाब आई थिंक हमारे जो सारे दर्शक हैं वो जानना चाहते होंगे. सबसे पहला सवाल जो रहेगा वो ये है कि क्वार्टर फाइनल से लेके सेमीफाइनल्स तक आपकी जो टीम है, आपने अपना मोमेंटम काफ़ी अच्छे से कैरी किया है. सो उसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
ऑफ कोर्स यार, पहले लाइक हमारे पिछले पीएमसी में थोड़े से अप्स एंड डाउन हुए थे, लाइक बहुत ही अप्स एंड डाउन हो गए थे. लाइक उसके बाद टीम की थोड़े से प्लेयर्स की चेंजिंग, फिर उसके बाद अभी पीएमसीसी में लाइक क्वालिफाइंग मैचेस स्लो लाइक हम बहुत मुश्किल, लाइक आगे तो बहुत मुश्किल से हैं, लेकिन अब हमारा मतलब सिनर्जी बिल्ड हो गया. मेन पॉइंट जो था वो सिनर्जी का ही था. लाइक अब हमारी टीम काफ़ी अच्छी हो गई. अब सिनर्जी क्वार्टर फाइनल टू सेमीफाइनल, और अब सेमीफाइनल पे भी इंशाल्लाह फाइनल में पहुंच चुके हैं. तो इंशाल्लाह फाइनल में अपना बेस्ट ही देंगे.
और परफॉर्मेंस की कंसिस्टेंसी का ग्राफ है वो लाइक ऊपर जाते ही जा रहा है आपकी टीम के लिए. एज द स्टेजेस गो बाय और ज़्यादा कंसिस्टेंट नज़र आ रही है. बट एक चीज़ अभी भी है जो टीम की तरफ से कहीं पे लैक कर रही है, वो सैनहॉक के वो परफॉर्मेंसेज है. सैनहॉक पे कहीं ना कहीं आप मात खा जाते हैं. उसके बारे में कुछ?
सैनहॉक को मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि लाइक जैसे नेशनल स्क्रिम्स होती हैं, अपनी लोकल स्क्रिम्स होती हैं, और इसमें मोस्टली जो प्रायोरिटी दी जाती है वो मिरामार और एरेंगल को ही दी जाती है. सैनहॉक को अभी भी इतनी प्रायोरिटी नहीं दी जाती. लाइक बहुत कम रेयरली मैचेस होते हैं सैनहॉक में इधर, तो इसमें इतनी प्रैक्टिस भी नहीं करते. और दूसरी बात ये है कि जोन जो होता है ना सैनहॉक में, वो आईजीएल पे डिपेंड करता है. बहुत कम प्रिडिक्शन वहाँ पर मतलब चलती है. मोस्टली वहाँ पर लक फैक्टर बहुत होता है. जोन जिसका वहाँ पाने गया उसी की गेम हो जाती है. कोई जोन में एंट्री नहीं लेने देता. एवरी टीम इज परफेक्ट. तो इस बेस पे लक फैक्टर बहुत डिपेंड करता है. तो इसी वजह से
ओके टीम वुल्फ, एक और क्वेश्चन आपके लिए. आप एक बहुत लंबे अरसे से इस गेम को प्रोफेशनली खेलते आ रहे हैं. काफ़ी जाने माने प्लेयर है पाकिस्तान रीजन के अंदर, प्लेइंग विद सम ऑफ द बेस्ट टीम, सम ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर्स इन द रीजन. आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि नए प्लेयर्स की तरफ से आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस है इस कैंपस चैम्पियनशिप में?
नए प्लेयर्स की जो नई टीम है उनसे हमें मतलब बहुत डिफिकल्टीज बहुत आती हैं. लाइक बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर्स आते हैं जो बहुत मतलब जो टीम्स होती हैं जिनका हमें पता ही नहीं होता. लाइक हम स्क्रिम्स खेलते हैं, हम आपस में खेलते हैं, और मतलब जो ज़्यादा बड़ी टीम्स होती हैं वो आपस में खेलती हैं. लाइक पीएमसीसी में ये था कि बहुत सी अच्छी टीम डाउन से ऊपर आई हैं और उनका प्लेइंग स्टाइल, उनके ड्रॉप्स, उनकी स्ट्रेटजी वो डिफरेंट होगी। हम मोस्टली अगर एक साल इकट्ठी 16 टीम्स खेलेंगे तो हमें एक दूसरे का पता होगा ये टीम कैसे खेलती है। लाइक ये जो अभी न्यू टीम ऊपर आई हैं, उनका प्लेइंग स्टाइल, उनका रश की स्ट्रेटजी, होल्ड की स्ट्रेटजी लाइक टोटली डिफरेंट है। तो काफ़ी डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं, कोई समझ नहीं आती कोई किस तरह कैसे रोटेशन ले रहा है, तो किस तरह कैसे रश कर रहा है, तो इसमें बड़ी डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं। लेकिन मैनेज करना, लाइक हर टीम मैनेज कर लेती है, तो इंशाल्लाह हमने भी मैनेज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कर लिया।
ओके टीन वुल्फ, एक और सवाल मेरा है आपके लिए, वो ये रहेगा कि आप एक बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा, मैं ये चीज़ ज़्यादा मेंशन नहीं करना चाहूँगा, बट टीन वुल्फ बहुत ज़्यादा बड़े प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर हैं, टियर 1 टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट्स में परफॉर्म किया आपने, और साथ साथ पढ़ाई भी। कैसे मैनेज होती हैं दोनों चीज़ें साथ में?
बहुत मुश्किल से मैनेज होती हैं। लाइक अब मोस्टली जो रात की हमारे जो पाकिस्तान में ना, यहाँ मोस्टली होती हैं रात को स्क्रीम्स, तो फुल नाइट मतलब सुबह के बजाय मतलब सुबह 5-6 बजे तक होती रहती हैं। लेकिन मुझे 12-1 बजे तक स्क्रीम्स खेल कर सो जाना पड़ता है। लाइक मुझे सुबह 7 बजे उठना पड़ता है और यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए रेडी होना पड़ता है, तो इसके लिए बहुत मुश्किल है मैनेज करना। रात की स्क्रीम्स मुझे मिस करना पड़ती हैं और दिन टाइम हम स्क्रीम्स खेलते नहीं हैं, तो इससे मतलब 5-6 से लेकर रात मतलब 12-1 बजे तक मैं मोस्टली खेलता हूँ, और उसके बाद मतलब रात वाली जो लेट नाइट स्क्रीम्स हैं वो मैं मिस करता हूँ। तो इसमें काफ़ी इफेक्ट तो पड़ता है, लेकिन मुझे अब मैनेज करना पड़ेगा। लाइक स्टडी भी करनी है, पेरेंट्स का प्रेशर भी होता है, लाइक स्टडी कंप्लीट करो। लाइक माई 8th सेमेस्टर है, मेरा आखिरी सेमेस्टर है, और इधर से अपना ये भी गेम को भी लेकर चलना है, तो काफ़ी हार्ड है, लेकिन मैनेज तो हो रहा है, साथ साथ चल रहा है।
वेल अगर इसे आप मैनेज करना बोलते हैं कि मैनेज करते हुए आप डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं पूरे रीजन को, तो आई वुड लाइक टू सी कि जब आप पूरा टाइम प्रैक्टिसेस करेंगे तब क्या होने वाला है। बट वंस अगेन थैंक यू सो मच टीन वुल्फ फॉर गिविंग अस योर टाइम, अपना टाइम देने के लिए हमें शुक्रिया, और उम्मीद है आपको फाइनल्स के स्टेज पे भी ट्रॉफी इस बार जैसे मैंने पहले मेंशन किया था उठाते हुए देखें। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक्स।
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan region. These are the grand finals, and this is where the battlefield starts, and this is where it ends as well. I'm going to be your caster and host, Necro. Joining me is going to be Ankit this time, and things are kind of looking different over here. Things are getting really heated up as 2 games on the second day has already been done. That means not a lot of games left in your hands, and time is ticking. The clock is ticking. It's not going to be waiting for anyone.
Indeed, time waits for none, but Stalwart Esports, somewhere down the line, they have started making a comeback in this last match. The way they took the fight against the big names, it was Team Bablu on one side, and on the other side, it was Team Qwerty. And finding themselves emerging victorious was not an easy task, but timed that to perfection is what Stalwart Esports did there.
Exactly. I mean, Stalwart Esport, again, Stalwart Esport is definitely a team that is doing really good. That is definitely good. But I still feel like somewhere down the line, the consistency in that team sometimes do lacks off. In some games, they just do absolutely incredible. In some games, they are just like not really able to show up. But it's fine. Nowadays, I feel like Stalwart Esports has gotten over that. And I feel like overall, now they're doing a fantastic job. But as we saw in the past, like before the semifinals, Stalwart Esports wasn't really able to, get that many games in their hands. But now I feel like they have worked their way around it, and now they're doing a phenomenal job.
I mean, it actually becomes important to learn from your mistakes and not to repeat the thing that you have repeated in the past and that have hurt you. So all what you need to do is to go for the safer approach and find yourself the best version out of you. And the thing that they are doing for now, it is turning out to be impeccable. The way they took the fight in the map of Miramar, we know Team Bablu, obviously, if it comes to Miramar, they will be in the top 3, top 2, or maybe that #1, but they have been shut down for now.
I mean, Bablu again. Bablu is a team. Bablu is a team that, I mean, overall in this tournament, they are on the climb for success for sure. They are on the 3rd or 4th place on the overall leaderboard as well. They're looking absolutely fantastic. And now all I'm waiting for is like Bablu to at least make their step on the top position where Team Qwerty are the king of the hills.
They are the king of the hills, but after the game of Miramar, the game that comes into perspective is that of Erangel. So let's talk about this game because we are done sort of with the Miramar for the day, because rest of the day will be Erangel, Sanhok, and then Erangel. So Erangel, in the first game, we saw RZx7E Esports taking drop away from the sides of Novorupnam, and also Stalwart Esports not going to the sides of military base, and both the teams eventually collided on the school apartments. And one thing that gets interesting here is that in the yesterday's match, in the 3 matches of Erangel that was played, none of the team contested in the area of school apartment. So what both of these teams thought about that let's go towards the area of school, and willingly, unwillingly, intentionally, unintentionally, both clashed.
Exactly. The plane flat path is right in front of our eyes, as some teams have taken quite an early exit from plane flat path. And some teams' intentions are pretty clear here. They want to go towards Georgiapol area. They are going to go towards it. I want to see where Team Qwerty is going to be opting out for. Mainly they like to go towards Lipovka. Maybe they're going to be doing the same thing again. And I feel like probably they will be doing the same thing, but they will have a long journey to cover, or a long journey ahead. And I want to see if this circle is going to be a military circle, because the plane is all the way on the southern side.
I mean, I just want this military circle finally taking military base, the whole of the island as the center. Then it becomes interesting, and also it favors the team because somewhere once in a blue moon, it becomes that the team jumping off on the area of military base finds themselves in the circle, but no is the answer.
Well, interesting circle there. I mean, definitely on the center side, so it does cover the most amount of land. So one thing is for sure, that the amount of cover is not going to be falling less anytime soon. It is more kind of land, which is greenery, which has a lot of greenery. So the cover for the enemies will be there, and for these players will be there. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a long game, because each and every single team would want to go and prioritize the compound for themselves, wait it out till the late game situation, and when it's the late game, they are going to be striking.
They will be lost esports straight away in the frame. It seems that they are looking good for now, as they might be looking to find somewhere down the line their spot, and because this is the grand finals, and 2 games already down the line, but still not able to find themselves away from that 16th spot is where they are holding for now. STDX team that got the chicken dinner at the start of the day in the first match of Erangel for the day eventually lost its track in that second game, and getting eliminated. They were not happy. For now, they are looting the area of Georgiapol, and lost esports again. We saw some contestation in the same area of Georgiapol. So both the teams, whenever the flight path doesn't allow them to go to their first drop location, this is the, I guess, second drop location.
Exactly. RZx7E Esports, it's the team. It's kind of moving here and there. Well, RZx7E Esports, I mean, this team is definitely getting a lot of spotlight. But one thing is falling kind of apart is that if they challenge a fight, they are also getting a lot of casualties on their name, which you cannot be affording. If you're especially going to be challenging a fight, that means the firepower somewhere down the line is kind of lacking. And you want to make sure, even if you are challenging a fight against a squad, try not to get a casualty on your side. If you do early off, then that's going to be your loss.
Indeed, none of the teams want to lose with their early players off in this match. But this is the randomness of the game. But look at the point standing, the overall standing on the right hand of your screen. Portly Sports with 65 points are the 5th position. And it seems that they have done a pretty decent job, and average of total point is what they have secured from each match, because apart from one chicken dinner, they haven't had that flashy game, because somewhere down the line they have been eliminated. Also, they have made certain sort of push, and they have been punished instantly, but still they have done a decent job in securing that top 5 position. And the point table difference is not so much if we talk about the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
That's for sure. STDX is the team just kind of lingering around. And this team has did a fantastic job. First game, they won it with just 3-man squad. And I don't really understand, where is the 4th member of this team? I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're still doing an incredible job overall in the overall leaderboards as well. And, well, I mean, STDX, maybe your 4th teammate. If he's going to be on board, I'm pretty sure you guys will be doing more well in these tournaments. You have the 4th position secured for you. One good game with like 25 points or even 30 points is going to be moving you up by quite a lot.
Indeed, it will be. Team Xquetta, all the 4 players lined up in the area of Water City. And I guess we need to talk more about NFPxSky Esports, the team that is sitting nicely on that 3rd spot with total of 72 points. So they have also done a pretty decent amount of total placement and kill, and amassing a total of 72 points in this lobby is not easy. They usually jump towards the area of farm split and the compounds between Ferry Pier and farm. So a location that is not so much most of the players look out for, but all they just do is to not engage in that early fight, and just because of that they have found themselves in a good position because they are on the 3rd spot.
And for now, Arkadians, I mean, definitely a team we do have, our kind of hopes up for, but still Arkadians hasn't really been able to, kind of prove or stand true on it. Lost Esports pushing up the last from TES, and one guy, which is Alian, he's kind of separated out from the rest of the pack there. TES, he's just in that house and finally decided to back off now. Maybe he has a little bit of back cover from Vrecker as well, which he would be helping him to hold off that compound for a while. But look at this, what Lost Esports is doing here. Lost is completely surrounding the entire squad of TES. Alian realizes the depth of the situation, goes inside the house instantly. He does know house is the best cover you can find in this possible kind of unfortunate moments. Nade lopped in from his side as well, perfectly cooked. But I just feel like it's a little bit far away, not going to be catching anyone off guard with that nade. And Lost Esports still looking pretty good. I like how they're waiting in this situation, how they're not really being too over-aggressive. They're trying to take as much as time as possible in these kind of situations. And Alien as well kind of respecting their choice.
Exactly, all the 4 players aligned to the player of TES, but we just a moment ago saw Believe with that flank angle on the right-hand side, and TES, Alian has seen that player making that flank angle, so that info, that data has been passed towards the team of TES, and just because of that, Alian is just not overexposing from the right-hand side. But Alian is also on the same foot, not trying to lose the compound, because if he loses the compound, if gets not hold of that compound, then Lost Esports might push towards them. But still, it's a sort of stalemate situation where utilities and grenades and mollies are being used. Now it's the time of smoke. Maybe the teams are looking for that opening because it's still an even 4v4 fight. But the best part from the sides of Lost Esports is that from the left-hand side, Believe has gone for that flank angle.
On the right hand, Believe is there. He has got himself a decent amount of high ground secured. But it seems like the Slayers have crossed their eyes against the lads of Arkadians. 2 players are already inside the warehouse. This is where Rahi needs to make sure he's not overexposing his body, because there are 2 players in the warehouse. If he overexposes himself, he's going to be taken out, and the guys in the warehouse are ready to do so. Gambler, look at this man's position. He does hear someone kind of approaching below on those stairs. Did hear the laugh from the Slayers, and it seems like the Slayers are pretty much well aware of his position as well. Gambler taking shots here and there. Slayers still kind of trying to play the situation out safe a little, but Rahi kind of lost his patience. Tried to challenge the fight head on. Gambler took a little bit of shots from here and there. But look at what's going on here. The Slayers have gotten themselves a new position in the church.
It just finds sad about the way Rahi, with that rotation, going away from those players, and he was caught off guard. And just because of that, Arkadians realizing the gravity of the fact they eliminated. But wait, what? Stalwart Esports being eliminated. So again, a team that secured chicken dinner in the last match in just 10 minutes without, I guess, securing any kill or any sort of huge points, being eliminated.
Exactly. TES, the Lost Esports is there in the front lines. Unknown, the man's still in the same position since a long time. I think so. Unknown realizes the fact that his position hasn't been compromised, so you might as well just stay in that position for a little bit more longer. Where did Believe exactly go from Lost Esports? Didn't he have a decent amount of angle on the lads of
Exactly on the
TES
opposite
there?
side where he was standing there. He now is on the on the left hand sides of TES
Okay.
and right hand sides of Lost Esports. So he is the flanker for for his team.
Well, I mean, that's quite a massive rotation made from the side of Belief there. And I don't really personally know if just proning out in the open is going to be a good choice, because he might just get spot out from anywhere. And he's in the open rise fields. This is where things might just get a little trickier for Lost Esports. And I feel like at this point in time, at least one team should realize that, yep, exactly what I was saying. Believe is out in the open in those rice fields, and he might just get spotted out easily. He doesn't have any cover to work around with. He will be taken out easily. The kill will be confirmed as well. But the kill got kind of stolen away from someone else, and it's going to be the lads from RZx7E Esports.
I mean, yeah. So in this fight, both the teams have lost a huge amount of time because we have been witnessing the same stalemate situation for the last 5 minutes, and still none of the players from the sides, either from TES or Lost Esports, are trying to find a truce between both of these, an agreement that yes, we are gonna fall back, or you are gonna fall back. But still, the player are in their radar. TES also losing the time one by one, but Lost Esports losing one player, the flanker from their side, believe, and RZ7 Esports eliminating those players, finding those kills and those things. This is a kill that RZ7 Esports must have enjoyed.
Bablu as well showing their presence in the game. Alpha knocked out the game as well. TES still this kind of stalemate situation. All that is happening here is just a lot of wasted of time. Maybe they can just try and disengage and try and move forward and try and find themselves a better position than the place they are right now. Renegades, a team which has some incredible firepower.
Oh.
But yup, exactly. Gets countered easily by that one beautiful place nade. That's going to be enough to bring Renegades down to their knees. Captain, the man, the guy who kind of holds the team together with the chain. Renegades seems like they are trying to retaliate back in style as well. Wodrix kind of got traded out in that situation. Captain, the rest will be there under him without any trouble. Shazam kind of on that aggressive angle. Khan lobs in a nade. Does spot Shazam out, so now he has pretty much a decent kind of info on Shazam's position here. And TES kind of taking the Lost Esports, though, kind of not really having the time of their life. Trades happening here and there. This is pretty much just a trade game going on up till now.
Exactly. Now is the time that TES are facing the brunt of those lost time. Lovely going down, but no, he's still surviving. Wrecker has been knocked down. Lovely on the 50 HP. Now all upon the shoulder of Hanan, but he takes down as Lovely knocks one player down, Unknown. But finally, Lost Esports coming victorious in this fight. A fight that could have gone against the player of Lost Esports. They have finally successfully eliminated the players of one team, and now it's the time where Team Qwerty will be pushing upon to the players of Renegades. A moment back, we just saw one player being knocked down with this whirl of grenades, and still, this is a game, this is a fight where the use of utilities become important.
The use of utilities do become important. Woltrix, has been taken out. The Molotov is going to be enough to confirm the kill onto him. Wall plays utility coming out from the side of Captain, but did get instantly traded out by Team Qwerty there. Team Qwerty down to just a two-man squad now. Khan and Wolverine are the last two men surviving from that team. They have to hold their defense strong, or else Renegades is just going to be flowing in through like the water.
I mean, look at this. Renegades, which team they are challenging? That's the big name, the team that is holding that stronghold for the first position. So this team is competent enough, and they just don't shy away from the any team. If even if it is Qwerty, even if it is Bablu, in the game of Miramar, we saw them also pinching dim down some of the big names, some of the big players, and now they are trying to challenge the players from the sides of Team Qwerty. Still, four men are alive from the sides of Renegades, and this is also becoming a sort of extended fight.
Still, all the teams are so scared to actually challenge those fights. On the other hand, the Slayers still continuing the slaying here and there. They're trying to slay as much as possible. RTG Hitman faces kind of the sharp side off their side. The Slayers this time showing their presence in the game. Slayers is not really able to find any success in the game, so like they haven't really gotten themselves a victorious, a glorious chicken dinner. And I'm pretty sure they're in a search of one. Maybe this game can be theirs because the way they're playing, the form that they're showing, I feel like this might just be it.
Indeed, it can be. And what if it comes in the game of Erangel, the settler, the great leveler? Also, I would like to see Renegades somewhere to securing themselves in a good placement points. And this is a good thing because Renegades, the intent, the composure that they have shown in this match is a bit on the other side, because all what we know about them is that they go for the straight slamming. But till now, I guess just because Team Qwerty, a big name like this, is in front of them, they are just not overextending themselves. But still, all these fights are in that stalemate situation. None of the players are trying to lurk off. But RTG Hitman gets finished off. But RZx7E Esports boss is also picked off. Bablu Teen Wolf secures the kill of Hacker. That means some of the fights are also breaking in this third game of Erangel. But still, in this 15 minutes, we are closing and the clock is ticking. But still, 14 teams and 49 players are alive.
Nothing really happening much here. Still, just kind of facing each other off. A stalemate stare-down competition between these two teams. Take a look at the circle shift as well. Shifting all the way on the left side. That means Renegades and Team Qwerty will have to make a move. And seems like Khan is ready for that bold move to happen anytime soon. So Khan is ready with that buggy. Just waiting for his teammate to make it back to him, and then they will start running inside the zone. While we have Team Xquetta Arsenal kind of opening things up on Unknown there. Unknown, I'm pretty sure things are not really looking good, and they weren't for Lost Esports since the start. They were engaged in a fight for almost more than 10 minutes in the same fight. And it's like you cannot really just straight up go ahead and challenge the fights as well. You gotta watch out, you gotta take your time. And it seems like Team Qwerty, though, this time, they are gonna get caught off guard in those rotations. Team Slayer was waiting for them right on the hilltop. As soon as Team Qwerty exposed themselves, the lads from the Slayer just took him out, and Khan is probably no more in the game.
Exactly the same thing that happened yesterday. Losing Khan, the IGL, and the very first of the game is what not all any team wants and begs for, but no is the answer. He will be eliminated. But let's head towards some other fight that is happening in the area of Pochinki. Team STDX, Spark, Sirius Alpha, all looking pretty strong, and we have seen how just the three-man roster are making the most and utilizing all the three players in the best way they can. But Shazam is taking Mukadar, as it seems that after the rotation that Renegades were making, they are now being caught off in the same rotation, the same area where Team Xquetta is already positioned. And all these fights are happening on the edge of the circle. Captain, with those mini tap shots, those are just precise.
Almost did spot him out below the vehicle there. Did try to kind of chip a little bit of damage here and there. Suppressing shots on the lads of Team Qwerty while they're trying to make the rotation. Wolverine realizes that same thing. Gets on the other side of the ridge. There is one more team on the right side. It's going to be Portal Esports. This is where things are really getting trickier and trickier because all these teams are out in the open. They don't really have any compounds going for themselves. There are only some few teams who do have the compound secured for themselves, including Team Qwerty. They're pretty close to one.
I mean, exactly. You just need to create some of the artificials cover and just find yourself, not get knocked down. And Renegades are doing pretty decently, but it seems that STDX sparks are going down again and again as some players are pincering them down. And I'm sure that they are caught in the rotation when they are trying to eject from those buildings from the sides of Pochinki. But for now, Captain with those mini tap shots, a while ago, we have seen how brilliant, how precise it was. A laser beam guided it was from the sides of Captain, but still, just one kill is what Renegades have secured from this match till now, but he will have his eyes set upon for more and more kills as we progress towards the 5th circle of this match.
Pretty immaculate shots there from the side of Captain, but now the zone is kind of forcing them to move inside the circle. Captain doesn't seem like he has a lot of HP favoring him as well. Needs to stop, heal himself, make it inside the circle, at least try and get inside the center. The Slayers, Durials, there's one team right in the front lines, and look at this, Renegades, what a bold rotation out in the open, not scared of anyone. Just directly challenging the lads from the Slayer. It's like, we're not scared of you, we're going to be rotating right in front of you. If you have the power, stop us.
Indeed, this is the thing that we are looking for, because all the players are trying to rotate, but the same rotation, Captain eventually goes down and he will be picked off. Eventually, JD also goes down, and it seemed that where they have made a slam in, it was already a position that was occupied by Team Bablu, because I saw again and again Team Bablu in that kill feed, and yes, they are making a lot of damage. Sirius is also caught in that shack, and Shazam will be picked off from the sides of Freestyle's Malik. So the moment the circle has made a 5th shift, the map has become chaotic.
Map has become chaotic. The Slayers land. Look at this kind of ramming from the side of NFPxSky on the last of Bablu. They want to challenge the fight straight up, but Goalie Boy is taking a lot of damage from the backlines as well from those windows. The windows are going to be those open lines, and take a look at Bablu. They are in a defensive stance. Now they're going to go ahead and push in. The aggressive nature from the side of Bablu has finally been exposed, taking the lad out from NFPxSky. The rest of the 2 lads did try to do the same thing, but then realized there's a full squad hiding inside the house. Going ahead and challenging and directly ramming your vehicle inside there is not really going to be a good choice.
Exactly, and the final kill secured by the sides of Arkadian as 666 picks the final kill. But it seemed that in this compound, in this circle, it's the only one team that is holding the compound. But no, Freestyle is also holding that compound. So the circle that has completely formed on the back-end side of Pochinki out in the open, this is gonna be a hell of a circle. But with that nade, Lost Esports has been finished off, and courtesy to that pinpointed, meticulously pointed nade from the sides of Team Xquetta, and also they have secured some good kills in their number. Bablu with those 5 kills, and teams are looking pretty good. Look at this, how many teams are just standing on those 1 men. Team Qwerty, Arkadian, RZx7E Esports, Renegades, STDX. Multiple teams have lost many men while trying to make a rotation, because the circle is completely in this open land.
Circle in the open land, shots being fired from here and there. The exchange bullets still being there, the Trident bullets still being there, mags being unloaded all across the map, all across the battleground. Team Bablu as well, kind of spotting out the lads, crawling around in the rice fields. Not really able to connect a lot of shots, but still kind of doing enough damage to keep them on their toes. Freestyle and Prime right next to each other. The Prime fight between Freestyle will be happening anytime soon. Nate's lopped in from the side of Freestyle. Malik on that aggressive stance this time, pushing right inside Prime. We're trying to play this out pretty safe and sound in a defensive stance from the side of Prime. Just a 3-man squad here. On the other hand, Freestyle have all of their players alive. But that nade is just so hurtful. Takes 2 players down at the same time. Killers is a man. He's kind of grenadier, sitting back and just throwing in all the nades. And look at that pinpoint precise spray. Now it's all down to Tyrant. It's a 1-on-3 situation. Tyrant, things are looking pretty painful for his side. He's kind of panicky as well. Tyrant realized the depth of the situation. Going to be smoking his position out, trying to back off from this situation. But he has already been spotted out by Smart. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the Team Prime are looking to kind of tackle him down in the situation. Tarn spotted out, and here comes the aggressive push from their side. Killer taking him out the game, and that's going to be, oh my god, that's going to be Freestyle taking an exit on the 7th place, including the Slayers as well.
Indeed, quite a lot of team being eliminated in this very 23 minute of the game. Arkadians eventually follows them next, and also Freestyles getting eliminated. A well-crafted push from the sides of Team Prime, as we just saw how that lighthouse that was being held from the sides from Team Prime, and they just had that small cemetery all what they had. But still a very good fight, and whom they took a fight against, it was a big name, Freestyles. Eventually, Freestyles lost their track in this match, but still they got that 8 kills. That means at least of 8 points is what they will be taking away from this match.
Exactly. Bablu, Zubian kind of knocked out. Still Killer throwing a lot of suppressing shots. Just kind of blind firing those bushes. Did find one. For now, Killer has claimed the kill for himself. That one free point there. Teen Wolf's feet are being spotted, trying to red out in the open. He did get taken down instantly by Killers there. I don't really know if that was a good way to actually run out in the open. Maybe just try and reposition yourself near the tractor tires. You would have been pretty safe there. But Teen Wolf instead decided to kind of expose his body, run out in the open. Team Xquetta taking an exit on the 5th position. And keep this thing in mind, Team Qwerty is still alive. Destroyer is there to destroy.
Exactly, but he is the sole one surviving. The lone wolf, can he make it for the team as well? Because look at this, the way Sirius has his crosshair aligned, but all he just need to do is to go for that trigger discipline and let the fight between Team Qwerty and Prime erupt. And in that situation, he can eventually backstab, because Team Prime has no single idea that one player from their side is already very close to them.
Prime has no clue. Prime has no freaking clue where exactly the lad of STDX is. And he has an incredible flank angle. He can actually try and get all those 3 kills for himself. But now it seems like he's just want to play it out as safe as possible. Seems like he's pretty serious about this game for now. He needs to make sure that either he's hitting someone, either he's going for the final blow. It should directly be for the victory, or not, you just kind of for a try. He wants to make sure he's getting that chicken dinner secured for his team. But on the other hand, Destroyer is also a solo survivor from the squad of Team Qwerty. Kind of gave up on him just like that. The Destroyer now is moving in slowly and steadily. The zone is pretty close to him. Team Prime will need to make it out the cover, out in the open. And this is where Team Prime things might just look a little shaky.
Well, exactly. All the 3 players are very close to each other. So a nade, if is lobbed from the sides of STDX, things might go unsettled for their side. But still, they are trying really hard to position themselves. And now is the time that Killer is going for that drop. And maybe he can find some good gun. Maybe an MK14 or maybe an M249. We'll just wait for that, which sort of gun he has taken. But all what he has taken from that is that ghillie suit, just to hide in those bushes. A good strategy coming from their side. But Sirius, he has every single idea. He has already spotted down. Kirat is on its front line, but Prime has no notice whatsoever.
Prime still kind of unidentified of their enemy's position. And look at what he's doing. Sirius still kind of in the back lines. He does have an exact good angle on them. And this is where he finally decides to strike and taking 2 players down. Killer, the last man alive, takes the entire squad down. Now it's just down to a one-on-one situation between the lad of Team Qwerty. It's going to be Destroyer going head-to-head against Sirius there. Destroyer is slowly and steadily crawling inside the circle. Sirius's position has been given away. A one-on-one situation. These are one of the most intense fight scenes ever in the battleground. And this is where Destroyer is kind of trying to play the situation out slow. Now it's just going to be the zone baiting game. Destroyer's taking a little damage from that zone as well. And Sirius might just find the right moment to strike, peeking out the cover, taking shots a little. I feel like Sirius should just play this out safe.
I'm sure Sirius is playing the match of his life with those
M4
there we shots.
Go.
He connects and connects well, and STDX within a blink of eye. A chicken dinner already into the name, as you just mentioned, and you were mentioning, Sirius is in a serious form for now, and STDX, just a 3-man lineup, is what they have been able to offer us. A total of 21.6 kill, 1181 damage, and with this they have also shooted up their numbers and they are on the 3rd rank. But we have seen some real examples of the trigger discipline in the past. We have seen in the PMPLs, but what about this, Necro?
Well, I mean, yeah, this was definitely a good trigger discipline, but I still feel like he would have even found some more good moments as well in those trigger discipline. But it doesn't really matter. He got the end game in his hand. He got all those 3 kills secured, so it doesn't matter. He played that out to perfection from his side, and I'm pretty sure his teammates are going to be so happy after that one. But Team Qwerty, Destroyer kind of out in the open. He didn't really have any cover for himself. All he had was that visual kind of cover, which was the grass. He was trying to use that as a cover there. But still, I mean, on the other hand, the guy from STDX did have a buggy, just a little bit of cover going up for himself. So that means the guy from Team Qwerty wasn't really able to, kind of shoot him or spam him out the game. And this is where, kind of odds were looking good on the side of STDX. But still, a 3-man squad coming in the game, missing out on one player, still managing to get a second chicken dinner on the second day. On the third game again, first game they did get the chicken dinner. On the third game, they're getting chicken dinner again. I mean, this is a remarkable kind of play, remarkable chicken dinner, iconic.
Playing for the odd numbers and obviously in the map of Erangel, because when they stepped in the map of Miramar, they were eliminated and shown that exit. But whenever they step in the map of Erangel, they find themselves out on the very best foot. But MVP from this match is also from the sides of Team STDX. Serious, the same guy, 5 kills, 890 damage, a total of 25 minutes, 29 seconds of survival, and just 1 assist. So a team that single-handedly led to victory in this third game of day 2 of finals.
Fortunate there, unfortunate stuff, but the MVP was there right in front of your eyes. And now Serious again, man. Those 3 kind of incredible racked up kills in the end there. I'm pretty sure Prime is kind of just hitting their toes right now. They're going to be so disappointed. Why didn't they check their Why didn't they check their flank angle? Their back lines are the most important in some of the games. And I always keep on saying this. Make sure you're checking your flank angles. Make sure you're checking your back lines, because you never know. There might be just a snake, trying to find himself the right moment to strike. And this is what exactly STDX did. And that's what won them the game. 3 players taken down by 1 lad. And then in the end as well, took down the last member of Team Qwerty. And this is how you take a chicken dinner. This is how you secure a chicken dinner, just in a style.
Exactly, but some teams also missing out. Renegades, just the total of 2 points. They did feature in this placement point list, but just the 1, and kill points eventually get reduced. But MAXIMUS, Portal Esports, TES, and Stalwart Esports again missing out on this number. And we were talking about Team Prime yesterday. I told you about this team that I really have my eye fixed upon their teams, and the Team Prime, apart from that checking that backlines area, they did secure a good amount of kills in this match too.
For sure, they did secure some good amount of kills there. And now, I mean, overall in these match rankings, there's still kind of teams on the latter half of the board. Stalwart Esports, for example, the first team to get eliminated at the game. Pretty sure they did have a bad third game on the day 2, but I'm pretty sure there's still 2 more games upcoming. Anything can happen in those 2 games. But here are the Oppo F19 Pro to refresh our memories. And this was where NFPxSky kind of screwed up there. Straight up just ran the recall in and got taken down by the entire squad of Bablu and Freestyle. Well, I mean, this was a really clean lineup, a swipe from the side of Prime.
I mean, yeah, that was a well-crafted fight, because 3 players on the backhand side and 1 player was pushed just in order to secure that info all in all, and then it was all easy for the sides of Team Prime, and also from the sides of STDX, that final kill that they did secure. But these are also some of the moments in the very first half of the game, as we just mentioned, as TES and Lost Esports did lost with some precious time that you are offered in the very first of the game. But with this, the overall ranking is on our TV screen. Team Qwerty just not allowing any team that smallest of the edge, the smallest of the position to offer for, because Team Bablu has been consistently playing well, but not enough to bypass Team Qwerty.
Well, I mean, just 31 points away. The next game, if Team Qwerty is not really able to perform and Bablu is going to get a good game in their hand, there is a massive chance that Team Bablu might just surpass them, or at least try and close out the distance. But it all depends on the next games, and this is where Team Qwerty, if they are not really able to perform, then things might not be looking pretty good. But so far, Team Qwerty has been immaculate. Their performance has been immaculate, without a doubt. Some marvelous executions from their side as well. We've seen those. Yeah. And Team Prime, I mean, slowly and steadily, they are on the climb for success, and I'm pretty sure in the future they will. But now the only team I really want to see here actually for the climb of success is going to be Renegades. I actually want these last to, show themselves up, because I do know they have the firepower in them. Just a little bit of more strategical approach to the game can change a lot of things.
And also the team like RZ7E Esports sitting on the 13th position is what not they are enjoying for now, but all what they have is at the 28 points, and just because of that they are on the 12th position. So I just want all the teams from the second half of the chart to make a comeback the way Stalwart Esports started the day with.
I mean, Stalwart Esports. I mean, overall, Stalwart Esports day. I mean, no, start of the day was decent. Wasn't really that good. Start of the day was looking pretty decent. But I mean, overall, STDX was the team who got the chicken dinner in their hand. And even in the first game, there was just a three-man lineup. And even in the third game, there was a three-man lineup. Still managed to get the chicken dinner in their hand. Imagine what would happen if they get the fourth player in the lobby as well.
Completely decimate the lobby or maybe something like that, because three players are doing the course and setting the narratives what a four men a complete lineup does, but that's what STDX has to offer to you.
Exactly, for sure. But with that, that's going to be the end for the third game. But we'll be right back after a short little break.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
What is up ladies and gentlemen, स्वागत है आप सभी का एक बारी फिर से PUBG मोबाइल कैंपस चैंपियनशिप 2021 के पाकिस्तान रीजन इंटरव्यूज़ में। और इस बार हमारे साथ इंटरव्यू के लिए जुड़े हैं TES टीम से हनान। हनान, हाउ आर यू डूइंग, कैसे हैं आप?
ठीक ठाक, आप बताएं आप कैसे हैं?
वेल मैं भी बहुत बढ़िया हूँ, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर आस्किंग। और मैं आपसे सवाल जो जवाब एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था इस क्वेश्चन का वो बहुत बढ़िया होना चाहिए था, क्योंकि आपकी टीम की स्टैंडिंग काफ़ी ज़्यादा अच्छे से आप लोगों ने रिकवर करी थी। आपकी जो TES Esports की स्टार्ट हुई थी वो थोड़ी शेकी थी सेमीफाइनल्स में, बट एंड डे तक आप एक अच्छे मुकाम तक अपने आप को लेकर आ गए थे। तो वो जानना चाहूँगा कैसे अचीव किया आपने?
जो क्योंकि हम शुरू का जो पहला सेमीफाइनल का दिन था वो मैं ट्रैवल कर रहा था, तो ट्रैवलिंग के दौरान मैं कह रहा तो उस फर्स्ट डे हम इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर सके थे, लेकिन सेकंड डे थर्ड डे हमने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, टीम ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, तो जिसकी वजह से हम स्टैंडिंग में भी अच्छे रहे हैं, नाइट्स में रहे हैं डे 2 तक। फिर डे 3 के मैचेस थे उसमें हम 12 नंबर पे आ गए, तो टीम ने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था, सब टीममेट्स ने अच्छा रिस्पॉन्ड किया, इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का फ़ायदा उठाया जिसकी वजह से हम फाइनल में पहुँचे।
जी हाँ, और ये रिकवरी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंप्रेसिव थी, जैसा आपने बोला कि टीम रिस्पॉन्ड भी अच्छा कर रही थी उस रिकवरी मोमेंट्स पे, और उसकी वजह से फाइनल्स तक पहुँचते पहुँचते आपकी एक स्टैंडिंग भी काफ़ी अच्छी एक हमको नज़र आई, जहाँ से अब टीम जो है ट्रॉफी के लिए कंटेंड करेगी। लेकिन कुछ ऐसी मिस्टेक्स जो आपको रियलाइज़ हो कि अरे क्वार्टर फाइनल्स में ये गलती होगी, सेमीफाइनल्स में ये गलती होगी, जो हमें फाइनल्स में नहीं करनी है, जो आपको लगता है कि आप फिक्स कर चुके हैं अभी?
क्योंकि हमारी जो मिस्टेक्स है वो हमारी रोटेशन के दरमियान थी, क्योंकि रोटेशन में हम काफ़ी लैग कर रहे थे, क्योंकि इतनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली थी, फर्स्ट टाइम थी हमारी इतनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी, उसमें टीम भी काफ़ी अच्छी थी, जिसकी वजह से हम रोटेशन में लैग कर रहे थे। लेकिन वो क्वार्टर फाइनल सेमीफाइनल में हमें जो एक्सपीरियंस गेन हुआ है उसकी वजह से हम कोशिश करें कि हम फाइनल में भी इस तरह ही परफॉर्म करें जिस तरह हमने सेमीफाइनल में लास्ट कुछ मैचेस में परफॉर्म किया। तो इंशाल्लाह टीम अगर अच्छी परफॉर्म करती रही तो इंशाल्लाह फाइनल में भी अच्छी पोजीशन देखने को मिलेगी आप सबको।
एग्जैक्टली, आई मीन उम्मीद सारे फैंस की यही रहेगी कि फाइनल्स में आपकी टीम ट्रॉफी के लिए कंटेंड करती हुई नज़र आए। लेकिन कुछ ऐसी टीम्स जो आपको लगता है कि आपकी टीम के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज क्रिएट कर सकती हैं फाइनल्स में, उनके बारे में कुछ कहना चाहेंगे आप?
मुझे एक बबलू है, बबलू जो काफ़ी है उनके पास काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है, PMPL खेल चुके हैं, वो फ्री स्टाइल्स है, वो भी PMPL PMWL पहले खेल चुके हैं। तो ये कुछ टीम्स रहेंगी जो हमारे लिए डिफ़िकल्ट क्रिएट कर सकती हैं, लेकिन हमने इन टीम्स को काफ़ी अच्छे से स्टडी किया हुआ है, हम कर भी रहे हैं स्टडी के कैसे रोटेशन वगैरह क्या मैनेज करते हैं। तो इंशाल्लाह हम कोशिश पूरी करेंगे, हम अपना पूरा दें। तो बाकी परफॉर्मेंस पे हमारे डिपेंड करता है हम कैसे परफॉर्म कर सकेंगे और कैसे आगे हम टीम चलती है, टीम कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करती है।
हनान, एक और मेरा सवाल आपसे ये रहेगा, आप अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए कि आपकी जर्नी जो है कम्पिटिटिव की वो किस तरह से शुरू करी आपने?
मैंने तकरीबन 2 साल पहले जो है PUBG खेलनी शुरू की थी, तो उस वक्त से हमारी सेम टीम है, सेम टीम के साथ हम खेल रहे हैं, कोई चेंजिंग नहीं हुई, तो वही टीम लेके जा रहे हैं। तो लोकल टूर्नामेंट्स खेलते थे पहले, उसमें इतना अच्छा क्योंकि हमारे पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था, एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर कोई भी नहीं था, तो हम खुद ही आपस में खेल खेल के एक्सपीरियंस गेन किया, लोकल टूर्नामेंट्स खेलते रहे। तो PMPL खेला है, PPL खेला है, इस तरह के लोकल टूर्नामेंट्स काफ़ी खेले हैं। तो उसके बाद फिर हमें PMCC की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिली है, जिसमें हमने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, क्वालिफायर से लेके क्वार्टर फाइनल, सेमीफाइनल काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म करते आ रहे हैं। तो मुझे अपनी टीम पे पूरा भरोसा है कि आगे भी ऐसे ही परफॉर्म करें, क्योंकि हम 2 साल से साथ खेल रहे हैं, तो जिसकी वजह से हमारी काफ़ी अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपस में। तो उम्मीद करते हैं कि आगे भी इस तरह ही हमारी एंड तक जो है ऐसी अंडरस्टैंडिंग रहे और अच्छा हम परफॉर्म करें।
यहाँ फाइनल्स के स्टेज तक आप अपनी टीम को लेकर आ चुके हैं, और जैसा आपने बोला जो टीममेट्स है जो थोड़ा सा सपोर्ट नहीं मिल रहा था उनको फैमिली की वजह से, डिवाइस का थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल था, अब ये फाइनल्स का स्टेज है, यहाँ पे अगर परफॉर्म किया सारी मुश्किलें दूर हो सकती है आपकी। और एक और चीज़, ये एक आखिरी सवाल रहेगा मेरा हनान आपसे, एक मैसेज आपके फैंस के लिए जो ये इंटरव्यू देख रहे हैं।
बस फैंस के लिए यही है कि हमें स्पोर्ट इस तरह ही करते रहे, हम कोशिश हम अपनी ट्राई कर सकते हैं, हम ट्राई अपनी पूरी करेंगे कि हम अच्छा परफॉर्म करें। बाकी आप सबकी दुआएं हैं, आप दुआएं करते रहें कि अच्छा परफॉर्म होता रहे हमसे। तो बाकी इंशाल्लाह ये काफ़ी अच्छी टीम है, अल्लाह करे इनसे अच्छा परफॉर्म हम सबसे होता रहे, और ऐसे हमारी जो है अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आगे हम भी इससे PMCC के बाद PMNC में भी इस तरह अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ गेन करते रहें।
एक्चुअली अगले टूर्नामेंट पे भी फोकस है, ये चीज़ सुन के मैं काफ़ी खुश हूँ आपसे। एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अस योर टाइम हनान, एंड गुड लक विद योर मैचेस इन द फाइनल्स।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome back, my beautiful looking people of Pakistan. How are you all doing? This is PUBG Mobile Campus Championship sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. That was pretty fast, right? Well, yeah, so I'm joined with my co-casting buddy Shivansh, and we're feeling absolutely good. We had some good energy drinks as well before this game, so now we are ready to cast this game. How you doing, Shivansh?
I'm doing great, and as you just mentioned, that beautiful people. I think so. I'm also beautiful, right, Negro? If I'm
Everyone's
not-
beautiful in this world. No one is ugly, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit we need, because now it's the 4th game of Grand Finals Day 2. We just witnessed a plane part just favoring the western side of the map. Sanhok map. I usually say this again and again and again and again. Every single team can go to their favorite drop location because the map is pretty small and stuff like that. But the one thing we have to mention one thing, and that is Team STDX, another chicken dinner onto their name. This is the second chicken dinner of the day. What do you think, Necro? Are they going to repeat the history again? They're going to secure another chicken dinner in the Sanhok map? Or we all know Arkadians, they were so good in those Sanhok maps. What do you think? Are they going to give perfect competition to them?
STDX, I mean, look, you were talking about STDX and Renegades, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so STDX and Renegades, look, I feel like firepower between these two teams is pretty much similar, okay? But what Renegades exactly lacks in is those strategical like moves inside the fights. I feel like they're not really thinking about each and every single fight. The way they approach the fight, most of the times it just looks like it's just so random. You know, they just let the situations happen. It's not like you want the situation to happen this way and you want to make it happen. It's not like that from the side of Renegades. It's like they just let the situations happen by the enemy side. Let the enemy do whatever they want. They just want to play. They just want to, do whatever. They just want to do whatever. It's just like some random takes on those fights. Once I feel like Renegades do, start utilizing a little bit of strategical advantages or a little bit of strategical approaches in those each and every single individual fights, I feel like they might just find themselves an edge.
You know what? Anything can happen, but right now, it's the fight between these two particular teams. We all know that Renegades, their gun power is insane, and I'm sure that in this movement or in this half
Yeah.
area, they are going to win this fight against
English is our
Lost
language.
Esports. Yeah, man.
English is a
sometimes.
tough language. I'm not gonna lie. English is definitely a tough language. Even I struggle sometimes, which is understandable. Happens to best
You know
of
what?
us.
Due to my braces, sometimes I fumble a lot. You know what? Yesterday, why I was not casting the games yesterday because I had an appointment with my dentist, and he was like, "Bro, come on, you have to focus on those teeth. You look weird sometimes." Uh, I know. That's why I
Is that really what your dentist said? You look weird without those braces. You gotta focus
Yeah.
on it. Well, hold up. I'm gonna hold on to my words because the fight is finally breaking down, and it seems like the opening kill has been found from the side of Renegades this time. A little bit of good approach in the fight, and this is what we like to see: a good approach in the fight, a little bit of change in the pace, and we already see Renegades on the side of success there. But take a look at Lost Esports as well. They're kind of separated out from each other. And if Renegades actually do spot out the guy in the open, that will be a massive amount of trouble for that team. He does get spotted out, gets taken down instantly. Lost Esports down to 2 men now. Now take a look at what's going on. JD did spot out one more player from the side of Lost Esports. I believe the last man alive. And it seems like this time my beliefs are not going to be falling true as the last man alive from Lost Esport has been taken down. An early elimination on the map of Sanhok, and this is what we expect.
Yeah, Renegades with a flawless fight. All the 4 players alive, secured 4 kills. NFPxSky Qwerty seems like he's in a bit of trouble against Stalwart Esports. All the 3 players just want to spot him out. Okay, Bablu received some amount of damage from the side of Hellboy just providing a lot of cover to Qwerty, he has an M762. This is a beast gun. Close range, in close range fights, you can literally take down 1, 2, 3, 4, even a squad in a single spray. For that, you have to be so precise. Your aim has to be so precise, just like Cairo's aim. He literally knocked out Qwerty perfectly and gonna secure that kill too in a moment or in just a moment. But right now, NFP, they lost 1 player. Right, this is the time to just back off because now the men disadvantage is going to haunt you.
That's for sure. The man disadvantage will be haunting you. And this is where Maximus as well, take a look at the way they are approaching the fight. I mean, Arkadians is a kind of team that is in the close lines, and they do have a man advantage as well. That means Arkadians can try and approach the fight in a different way, but this is not exactly what's going on here. I feel like Kazan should move in a little bit next to the shack, and then maybe try and create a flank angle from the left side. But still, I feel like one of the players from Maximus is actually watching the left side as well, which is a good setup coming out from the lads of Maximus. They're not just tunnel visioning on one spot.
That is the best thing. That's the best thing to have an upper hand in a fight. Meanwhile, Arkadians, you know what? We usually witness this type of aggression from their side, especially in the Sanhok map, because they have good hold on the Sanhok map, because this map forces you to engage in those early skirmishes to perform at top level if you want to win a fight. Meanwhile, 666 with his M16 tap shots knocked out 1 player, Hussey, on the receiving edge, and it seems like okay, Psycho, he got taken down. Now Maximus taken exit at 15 position. Not a good match for Maximus.
On the receiving end of the bullets was Maximus, and finally each and every single bullet connecting in their dome, and that's going to be Maximus taking an exit from this lobby early off again. So many early eliminations happening here, especially in the map of Sanhok. You do expect that. You do expect some early eliminations going on here, and there's some early skirmishes breaking down. And exactly what is happening. Sanhok, when you hear the map of the name of like Sanhok, the first thing that pops up in your mind is aggression. Smaller map, aggression. All teams are going to be so suffocated in this small map that they would want to fight and try and make some space to breathe. But here comes the #1 airdrop in the game, and it's going to be AWM gracing the land with its presence.
Well, look at this. Okay, as I just mentioned, that AWM, but I would love to talk about this thing. Portal Esports just rotating from the water area. Sanhok map is a pretty small map, and you are already rotating from the water sides. Okay, drifting. this
Oh,
is something.
this is some Tokyo Drift going on here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with the boats. I think so. We should
Yeah,
also
yeah.
play that music over here. But hold on. Well, it's the kills happening here and there, kills flying here and there, knockdowns as well. And look at this, Bablu, Teen Wolf though wants the redemption from the previous game. In the previous game, Teen Wolf did make a little bit of silly mistakes here and there, but this time seems like he's not going to give any edge to the opponents. And Teen Wolf stealing those kill away like a thief in the night. And it seems like this time he's not going to be making any kind of errors.
Yep, making no errors is the best thing. If you want to win a fight, or if you want a 1v1 fight, or you know what, if you're just fighting against some of the best team. Dante received a lot of damage, got knocked out. Team Bablu. Wow, this team is looking unstoppable at this moment. They are literally just going far away from the safe zone so that they can finish this team off. And yep, Zabyan is the answer to eliminate RZx7E Esports from the lobby. We literally witnessed 3 eliminations in a row. This time, the Sanhok map is mean to every single team. Whoa, it rhymes. Woohoo!
The energy level from us and the energy level from the players is looking absolutely clean. It's looking immaculate. And this is what we like to see. I actually want to scream right now, but I cannot do it. I don't want to hurt your guys' ears. And I just feel so good watching this game. I mean, the way the games have been approaching, you know, overall, I just feel like me watching these games is just giving me so much energy that I just want to let it out. You know, I want to let the people know I'm enjoying these games. I want to scream out, but I cannot do that. If I do that, I'm pretty sure the producer are going to be mad at me, and then maybe you guys won't see me casting any other event anymore. So maybe I would just try and be safe.
You know what? Just staying on the safer side is the best option for every single person. And now for these players as well, because lovely. This is so lovely from his side, just backing off from the fights on very low HP. And you know what? He's also on the safer side at this moment. We were talking about this team TES before the game start. That Necro and Ankit, both of these guys just mentioned that this team, they usually engage in the fights, but they literally waste a lot of fights holding a particular area, right?
They waste a lot of time holding an area, and it's like a lot of time is kind of being wasted from these lads, and you cannot really afford, right? Especially in an early game, if you can utilize that time to position yourself better in the zone, then maybe in the future time you won't really have a lot of struggle. And this is what exactly happened with TES. Try and finish out those fights either as early as possible, or else a lot of sound will be caused and the other teams will try and third party you.
And you know what? Third parties, they are so bad when you're not the one who's just going to do the third party if you got third party. But right now, the main thing is FS just holding a compound. Sometimes in Sanhok map, holding those individual compounds is very important, because what if all the 3 members of your team got taken down, they got eliminated, and you're the only person surviving, and you are literally inside that one compound, and the team never expected you in that area. So you can survive, right? But for that, you have to be a little bit careful. And now Arkadians 666, that he is collecting a lot of information right now, jumping. This is a really good strat, but he has no helmet. One headshot can take him down.
One headshot can take him down, that's for sure. But I like his hairstyle, though. You know, when you have such kind of hairstyle, I'm pretty sure even the opponent, when they scope on you, they're like, okay, I don't want to ruin this guy's hairstyle. Maybe we'll just shoot him in the body, so the hair will be staying as it is for now. But take a look at this freestyle. One kind of opening on the side of Arkadians already been found. Kaizen the man is crawling right next to Gambler there, so the rest should be there. Kaizen has found himself a safe way.
Yeah. Now, Vegeta, pretty close to the teammates. just holding a particular angle, which is a good thing. Every single teammate just looking out for one angle. Now we have the second zone in front of us. Team TS, every single team is inside the circle, which is a good thing. Look at the position of Team Qwerty, pretty close to the players of Stalwart Esports. It might possible that they are going to engage on Kafafel, but I would love to see that. I'd love to see that because these two teams are the best. These two teams have one of the best players, and we already witnessed their gun power. Right, they are so awesome.
Exactly. The firepower on these lads is absolute on another level, without a doubt. And maybe this time as well, we might just see the same thing repeating itself. But Bablu, still on the southern side of the circle. Most of the circle is like 20% of the circle is out there, but still, it's a decent circle. I'm pretty sure teams are not going to be disappointed at this one. RZx opening the fray up against the lads of Stalwart Esports. This is two Alpha Titans clashing against each other, and there can be two Alpha Titans.
True, they can be two Alpha Titans. Right now, we have the airdrop tree and we have the M249 in it. The beast gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you remember this dialogue, there can be two Alpha Titans. Can you tell me where did I steal this from?
Attack on Titans, I think so.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. I stole this from Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, yeah. You watched that
Alpha
movie with Ocean,
Titans.
right?
Yeah, we did. We did watch that movie with Ocean. We had an incredible time in theater as well. But now,
Man.
the place where I'm having an incredible time is right now in these kind of places where there's a massive prize pool on the line. Grand finals going on. I'm pretty sure even the viewers that are watching, show your love to this team. Spam the heart in the chat. Let us know which team do you guys are exactly supporting. Who is your favorite player? Let us know in the chat, and maybe we'll take a glance through it.
Yep. And you know what? I'm sure if you're gonna ask them which is your favorite team, they are gonna fight against each other because now Team Stalwart and Qwerty and Bablu, these are the three most famous team, one of the most famous team in the Pakistan region. They have a huge amount of fan base. Every single player, every single person is like, yeah, bro, this is the best team, this is the best team. But we all know the team. Every single team is best at this moment because they are in the top 16 of the PMCC Pakistan region season 1, fighting for that massive prize pool. And I just want to witness some fights. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is definitely for sure that Bablu is the fan favorite team here. And now, well, fights happening here and there, and freestyle as well, kind of trying to make things tougher for the side of NFPxSky. Opening kill found from the side of NFPxSky. Mullik taking a lot of damage. Was kind of rubber banding his way through there. But still, freestyle is trying to hold their ground down. Freestyle do have the man advantage. They are looking pretty good. They're looking pretty immaculate for now. But they do have kind of the casualties on their side. The Res will be there without any trouble. But Respect is a little bit far away from the rest of the squad. And Portal Esports seems like they were just done eliminating a squad, and now they're having a great time looting.
True, but one thing, Renegades, they take an exit at 13th position. Secured 5 kills, it means 5 total kill points, which is a good thing. But again, it comes down to one thing, 0 placement points, my friend.
0 placement points. Well, here we go. The approach to the fight. The final man of NFPxSky has been spotted out. His position has been given away. Shots fired here and there. Takes one down. Not really able to take out the second one. Peeked twice at the same time. The double peek works almost all the time because you would be taking down one guy, but you cannot take 2 guys at the same time unless they line up. If they don't, then things are going to be way much more tough.
You can literally take down 2 enemies if you can dish out some amount of collateral damage onto them. But it is a bit risky, you know what? Because these players are so experienced. Right now, if we talk about experience, Portal Esports secured 4 kills, showcasing their experience too. Inside the circle, it seems like Insane spotted down some players of freestyle. He is not sure yet, but you know what? He still want to confirm that thing because collecting a lot of information while not taking any fight this is the best thing right now, because if you have enough amount of information, you know that where the teams are, where the teams are holding, you can use this while you are rotating, while you are moving inside the circle.
And look at this. Team Prime. They're kind of in a sandwich situation. Freestyle is in the front lines. One team is there in the back lines as well. Things are not really looking good on the side of Prime. If the circle seems like it has already shifted away, they need to make it inside the circle as well. As soon as they leave this compound and try and make it inside the circle, they are going to get pressured from both these angles. And even smoke sometimes cannot really do much if you're just in a sandwich situation. Look at the circle shift, almost in a no man's land, and Pubgmobile Esport is the only team that is close to the center.
This is best circle. Another breathtaking movement for these teams, because now this circle is just favoring only one team. Arkadians, Gambler almost got knocked out. Not in a good position. Yup, he got taken down by Urslan, my god, eliminated. Arkadians from the lobby at 11th position. Now we just left down with only 10 teams. After 7 seconds, the full circle gonna close in. Every single team, they have to move inside the circle, and I'm sure, Necro, I am sure we are going to witness a lot of fights while these teams are gonna move inside the circle.
That's for sure. We're going to be witnessing a lot of fights. This is just the start. This is just where things start heated up, and now Team Xquetta already getting 2 casualties on their name. The rest 2 players that are there, Arsalan and Muqaddar, they're trying to make it to their teammates, but look at this aggressive push coming in from the side of Team Qwerty. They're just going to be rushing straight in. They do see 2 players knocked out. That means they do know, even if there's a full man squad, there's just going to be 2 players alive. Xquetta already is kind of not really looking good. Let's take a look at Arsalan's HP. He's down to such low HP, but still manages to take out 1 player of Team Qwerty. There is 1 more player in the backlines. It's going to be Muqaddar dealing a little bit of damage here and there, chipping out some damage. Arsalan was the man who got taken down in that previous fight. Khan's position spotted out. Nade lopped in his side. Not really enough. Not really able to find the mark. And Muqaddar still wants to find himself the knock that he's looking for. Team Qwerty is looking pretty decent in this entire fight. And they do know Muqaddar is right in the front lines as well, but they just do not want to push out in the open because things might just turn. The tables might just be flipped in the enemy side.
True, but you have to focus on another thing, and that is they are literally 250 meters far away from the safe zone. Every single player of Team Qwerty move inside the circle except Wolverine. Oh, we want to secure that last kill of Muqaddar. Pretty close. Very, very close to Muqaddar. Muqaddar applying a painkiller, but he has 12 first aid kits. Can you imagine?
Oh.
But no use, man. You got eliminated.
Unfortunate moment there for them. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty disappointed in himself after getting eliminated just like that. Stalwart Esports is down to just a 1-man squad, including the same thing goes with Prime. And Prime, of course, was the team was doing an incredible job in the previous match. But this time seems like Prime is not really having the time of their life. And things are kind of crumbling down on their knees for them. Freestyle trying to scout out anyone in their front lines. It seems like Team Qwerty will be spotted out. Destroyer's feet were out in the open. And look at this, Voltrix decides to prone out in the open. Gets taken down instantly by Mullet. I don't really know if that was a good choice from Voltrix there. Just to prone out in the open. And he has to face the negative points for it.
Well. Now it comes down to these 8 teams. The teams who are inside the circle pretty good, but the teams who are a bit far away from the circle, it's going to be a little bit difficult if any team could gatekeep for you. FS with 3 kills and 3 men strong spotted down 1 team. Malik, he is still showcasing that trigger discipline, right, Necro? It is very, very important in those fights. Okay, Malik spotted now Destroyer, but he was a bit late. Sometimes, just go aggressive. Just go aggressive. Otherwise, it's not going to help you, brother.
Sometimes going aggressive is definitely the play. Not always. You should be playing out safe. Look at this. Bunny finally decided to run out in the open. Head is being spotted out. And yes, that's going to be the final nail put in the coffin. Stalwart Esports taking an exit on 6th position. Unfortunate ways and unfortunate moment for them. As Pubgmobile Esports do have the center of the circle for themselves. And take a look at that. They have the best compound in the circle as well. And this is where most of the teams are going to be out in the open. And Team Qwerty is one of those. Kind of outside of the blue zone. The blue zone is going to be taking quite a lot of damage. And it seems like Portal Esports still want to watch their backlines. Destroyer does realize that if he wants to make inside the circle, he will need to waste a little bit of time in the blue zone.
Yeah. And you know what? Receiving some amount of damage of the blue zone, sometimes it is a bit risky because you're going to receive constant amount of damage and you're going to use those health utilities. But Portal Esports spotted down. Mom2 spotted down one team. No, it seems like he spotted down Hucker, but no, he was just behind the ridge. Team Qwerty, the players are receiving a lot of damage of the blue zone Joker. Come on, one grenade, you can knock out Destroyer easily without facing
Does
any
he
problem.
I don't think so. He has his info though. Destroyer is
Yeah.
playing the situation out pretty safe for now. Bablu is there as well on the right lines. Destroyer has no clue where Portal Esports is. Finally, the slithering snake has been spotted out. Destroyer has been taken out the game. He needs to confirm the kill, but it seems like Portal Esports, yep, the kill will be confirmed. Destroyer out the game. Team Qwerty taking an exit from the game as well. 7 kills on the side of Team Portal Esports, and Portal Esports is looking pretty dominating.
You know what? If you have the circle, if you are inside the circle, if you have the cards favoring you, you are looking pretty strong. But Team Bablu, Dani is doing a heal battle. Can you imagine? Almost 21st hit kit applying another. And I'm very, very curious for how long he can survive. Necro, a quick prediction.
Bob, and things are not really looking good on his side. I mean, he's down to such low HP. Look at that. Respect, yep, he's finally been taken out. Nocta was the man to kind of put the final bullet in his body and knock him out the game. And look at these kind of aggressive rotations. Max G is the squad that is making those aggressive rotations. The Slayer is still alive, and the Slayers have been doing a phenomenal jobs in the semifinals, and I feel like they might just be able to carry their legacy forward. But is it too late? Is that's the main question. And Freestyle is right below the squad of Portal Esports, and they do hear those footsteps given away as well. Nade lopped in from their side. This nade might just drop right on them. Did a decent amount of damage, but not enough to knock one down.
But another can do the job. Joker. Malik gonna go down, and yup, Freestyle. They got eliminated at the 4th position. 4 kills onto their name. Total 12 points. Qwerty with total 14 points from this particular match. Look at the position of Dread. He just switched to a Molly. Gonna lob that Molly onto Nocto. He is pretty safe inside the compounds, moving towards his teammates. That's just going to provide a lot of cover. And Dread on the receiving edge got knocked out. Now, only 3 teams surviving. That one player from Team Bablu still doing that heal battle. It might possible that Dani going to secure top 2 position for his team. This is so good for these 3 teams, because Dani still doing the heal battle, still sticking with the heal battle, and now it's fight between Portal versus the Slayers.
Exactly. Donnie. Team Bablu, yep, out in the open, gets taken out instantly by Team Slayers. Down to these 2 last teams. Portal Esports versus the Slayers. Which team will come out on top? Only time would answer this question. These are 2 best teams going head-to-head against each other. Portal Esports, 1 player already knocked out. Insane, kind of not really having the time of his life. 2 players went down, including Mom2. Now he's all down in Nocto. And finally, the final man has been taken down. And that's going to be the Slayers taking the chicken dinner in their hands, securing 25 points for themselves. And what a way to close this thing out.
What a way to close things out. What a way to end the Sanhok map. 10 kills, 1367 damage, decent amount of damage, but still total 25 points. That's the main thing. You have to focus on. Totally so good. You know what? Huge amount of points to secure. And you know what? One thing I just want to talk about. One thing I was just like total but no, it's overall ranking. It's not total ranking. They are at the 5th position in the overall ranking.
It's the same thing. Total ranking, overall ranking is pretty much the same thing. It just depends on how you want to call it.
Yeah. I'm not like Necro.
Exactly.
He's so freaking talented, but I wish I would like Necro. The way he speaks, I can totally simp on your accent, bro. sometimes.
Well, let's not talk about Max and let's focus on the game. I mean, things were looking
Yeah.
pretty decent, overall. And Portal Esports, I mean, I really thought they might just have the edge over the enemy lines there, the Slayers. They had the higher ground
yeah.
going in, but still Slayers, I mean, the way they approached the fight, one guy was on the right lines from the bottom side. The other guys tried to go and take the higher ground for them. And two guys, as soon as the two knocks happened on the higher ground for the side of Portal Esports, this is where the game was pretty much flipped over on the side of the Slayers.
Oh yeah. You know what? The way the Slayers played in the final circle, that calm and composed gameplay was needed, and yup, they showcased the same thing. But we have the MVP in front of us, and it is respect from Freestyle. He secured 2 kills, total 820 damage he dished out, and that's the most important thing. But that one grenade from Joker literally eliminated Freestyle from the lobby. That was so good. The amount of pressure you apply onto a single team is very important. If you want to pencil them down, you're gonna do that, and if you're successful, then yeah, you can secure a huge amount of kills.
Yeah, that's for sure. You're gonna definitely be doing that. But now I want to talk about Bablu as well. This team is so consistent. No matter what, the consistency from these lads is always being shown inside the game. And I feel like somewhere down the line, the consistency will be appearing on the overall leaderboards as well. But take a look at the top players. Respect the man with only 2 kills, but look at his damage number. 800 plus damage, and that's going to be enough to, give him the MVP spot of the game. And the match rankings here, the Slayers, of course, got the chicken dinner in their hand, but Portal Esports was there in the second place. And Team Qwerty and Bablu, consistency is the key, and they both are showing it.
True. Team Bablu is a good consistency. That's the main thing. They are focusing on. And you know what? That approach from Dani was so impressive, because he know that he is not going to survive for too long if you're going to take some unnecessary fights. What if I'm going to go for the heal battle? And yup, it worked out in his favor. Secured the 3rd position in this Sanhok map with decent amount of kills as well. That's the most important thing. So at these type of gameplay, the way these players approach is so impressive.
Exactly. I mean, now these are some Oppo F19 Pro. Just refresh our memories. Let us know these kind of moments did happen. Sometimes the moments do slip out of our mind, and this is why Oppo F19 Pro is here to make us realize that hey, these kind of legendary moments did happen in this game. And Portal Esports, yep, this is where Team Qwerty kind of started getting downhill there, but still, they managed to secure a lot of kills, which helped them in the overall match ranking get a 4th place. And the Slayers, this is exactly what I'm saying. When the first 2 guys were knocked out, the tables were flipped in the side of the Slayers, and this is how they got the chicken dinner in their hand. Overall ranking pretty much looking the same. Team Qwerty is still on top, but Bablu is trying to close out the distance slowly and steadily. STDX on the 3rd. Portal Esports have moved up on 4th, and the Slayers not really far behind.
True. Slayers on the 5th position with total 87 points, pretty close to Portal Esports, but only 2 teams just hit the 3-digit mark, and the teams are Team Qwerty with 148 points, almost 150, and the second team is Team Bablu with almost 120 total points. Now, the teams like Lost Esports, Maximus, and RZx7E Esports are still with 28, 26, and 24 points respectively. When they are gonna aggress, when they start aggressing, I'm still curious about that. But we have team card in front of us, and the team is Team Slayers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, this Team Slayer overall, how they performed today, this is just how it shows. I mean, they have played 9 matches. This man, Assad, has gotten himself 11 kills in those 9 matches. And look at the damage numbers just by his lonesome through those all 9 matches. There are 2,228. I mean, this shows that these lads are trying their best to try and get up on the top. But one team I really want to talk about here is definitely going to be Portal Esports, without a doubt. This team, I feel like whenever Momtu is the man who actually does perform really good, we do see that time Team Portal Esports actually kind of try and get that chicken dinner, or at least getting close to it. And so I feel like Momtu is kind of the main key in the entire squad of the overall Portal Esports squad. And I feel like
yeah.
once Mom2 does perform really good, the Portal Esports squad just shines up.
Yeah, if we talk about the first match of Erangel, Portal Esports, from the side of Portal Esports, Mom2, he was the only player surviving from the side of that particular team when STDX literally eliminated the whole squad. But Mom2, he was still surviving just behind that burst down vehicle. He secured a decent amount of points in that particular match. So that's the main thing, right? If you are the key player, you have to play like a key player.
Exactly. If you are the key player, if you are the person who's holding the team, if you are the chain of the team, you have to play like that. You need to make sure you're staying alive to those end game situations and try and get the chicken dinner. But this was it. This was the fourth game that ended. I'm pretty sure the lads in the chat who are viewing as well, they had fun. And now the upcoming fifth game is going to be casted by Shivansh and Ankit. So I'm not going to be here. I'll miss you guys. But yeah, we'll be back right after this break.
What's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? एक बार फिर से आपका स्वागत है PUBG मोबाइल कैंपस चैंपियनशिप पाकिस्तान रीजन के इंटरव्यूज में। और इस बार हमारे साथ इंटरव्यू में जुड़े हैं राही फ्रॉम टीम द स्लेयर्स। सो राही, कैसे हैं आप? हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
I'm good, Valin. Thank you for such a warm welcome, bro.
वेल आपका स्वागत करके मेरे को भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा खुशी हुई एंड इट्स अ प्लेजर टू हैव यू विद अस। चलिए सीधा क्वेश्चंस की तरफ बढ़ते हैं जो कि मेरे पास है। एंड सबसे पहला सवाल एक थोड़ा सा ट्विस्टी सवाल रहेगा, क्योंकि आई वांट टू नो योर व्यूज़ ऑन वन ऑफ योर ओन टीममेट्स ड्रेड, जो कि पूरे टूर्नामेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा मार रहे हैं ओपोनेंट्स को।
Indeed. Man, he's a beast. He's always playing on the ground. Basically, he's the Erangel of the team, and with such great game sense, he's got such great gun power. मतलब वो बंदा उस बंदे हम लोग हमारा मैच चल रहा होता है और एंड पे when the match ends हम देखते हैं यार हम सब किसी एक किल 2 किल उस बंदे के 6 kills वो बंदा सोलो अपने कर लेता है और हमें भी नहीं पता वो कैसे करता है और कहाँ से करता है। और after all, he's being an IGL with such a great gun power.
ये एग्जैक्टली क्योंकि ये काफ़ी शॉकिंग है। यूजुअली IGLs काफ़ी ज़्यादा फोकस्ड रहते हैं कि टीममेट्स के ज़्यादा ध्यान रखना है, टीम को लेके चलना है
on the zone and on the rotations and on other
Yeah.
teams. But with all that, he's getting such great amount of kills.
वेल काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्प्रेसिव मैच था वो भी। एंड श्योर आपकी जो लड़ाइयाँ रही हैं गेम के अंदर वो सारे के सारे दर्शकों को याद होंगे। बट इसी चीज़ पे आपसे जानना चाहूँगा आपकी जर्नी के बारे में एज अ competitive player. You guys have been playing together for a long time, right?
Yeah, really long time. Our team was known as Team H3, and it is like one of the oldest teams in Pakistan region. We have been holding the spot of #9th in South Asia and overall South Asia. That's a big achievement for us with having such teams from Nepal and from Bangladesh and from India. We had the spot of #9th in overall South Asia. We've been playing competitive from I guess last 2.5 years maybe, और 2019 में I remember एक टूर्नी हुआ था गेम वर्ल्ड कप पाकिस्तान में, उसके भी हम लोग फाइनलिस्ट थे और तब से we've been playing with the same team and with the same tag, and I'm very happy with my team, with the hard work, the grind. We have passed like so many hours of grind together, and we have passed so many countless hours, and खुशी इस बात की होती है कि we are on that level and on that stage we are performing really well.
वो चीज़ काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। और इसी के साथ एक मेरा सवाल रहेगा कि ये मेरा आखिरी सवाल भी होगा कि आप एक वेटरन है PUBG मोबाइल के पाकिस्तान सीन में, और कैंपस चैंपियनशिप के अंदर हमने देखा काफ़ी नए प्लेयर्स, काफ़ी नई टीम्स हमको उभरती हुई नजर आई। तो उस चीज़ के बारे में मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि आपके क्या थॉट्स है, आपके क्या व्यूज़ है अबाउट दीज न्यू टीम्स, न्यू प्लेयर्स। कोई ऐसा प्लेयर जिसने who has caught your attention?
There are so many players, to be very honest. There are so many players. These underdogs are like, इन्होंने हमारा जीना आराम किया हुआ है. The grind they are doing, and all that, the skill set there, the skill set they have. But एक चीज जहाँ पे आके पुरानी टीम्स और like veteran teams जो आके इतना upper hand ले जाती है ना, वो experience हो रहा है. Gun power तो I don't think कि उस level की gun power कहीं से जिस तरह के underdog players की इनकी gun power and all that they have, but the experience is the key. Experience is the key. In my opinion, experience is the key. Players काफी सारे अच्छे हैं. I've seen a player known as Crypto from the team Select. He just started like in season 10 or some in 11 something, and now he's one of the best players in Pakistan. Man, he's my favorite, and he's also a very good friend of mine.
Oh wow, I mean that is really impressive. जैसा आपने उस प्लेयर के बारे में, क्रिप्टो के बारे में बताया कि काफ़ी रिसेंटली स्टार्ट करके वो भी काफ़ी आगे बढ़े, और आप लोग तो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर आप भी यंगस्टर्स को गाइड करते होंगे. इफ़ यू सी समवन doing really well, you're like, all right, we'll help you out, reach your dreams of the future. That is what's required of veterans like yourself. Thank you so much, Rahi, for giving us your time. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. See you on the other side.
Thank you, man.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going.
And you know what? If we talk about this type of plane path, it might possible that we are going to witness a military-based circle. Let's see if my prediction is right or wrong. But one thing, in the previous match, the Slayers, they were so good. Somehow snatched a second dinner from Portal Esports, and the main thing is with a decent amount of kill points too. Now, one thing. Circle, right, where it's going to form. My prediction is military area. I think so. You're going to speak, right? I would love to see a Qwerty side circle, because he always say opposite of my words, and that's why I'm the most handsome one. Okay, let's talk about the safe zone. It towards the western side of the map, and teams like Team Bablu, Team TES, Team Freestyle, they are quite happy. So as the Slayers, they are quite happy with this circle.
Exactly, teams must be happy and surprised with the way, but it is an intriguing and a fascinating fact to put really on in front of you, because Stalwart Esports again and again, they have been trying to go to different drop locations. Severny till now hasn't been contested yet from any team. Stalwart Esports, so 2 drop location, one on the very southern side of the map being Sosnovaka military base, their homeland, and the second drop location that they once tried was the school apartments. Now this third approach in this third game of the Erangel for the day, they have straight away gone to the aid of Severny. So it's kind of strategy which is really not I'm able to understand. Can you break it down for me if you are able to, like what can be the ideal calls, like if they are trying to go towards the 3 different drop location in 3 different matches?
You know what, Ankit? I have very less amount of competitive experience, even zero. but if we talk about the playing style right now, I think so. Teams usually gonna rotate, gonna focus on those early rotations. But while taking some fights, that was a really good knock from the side of Belief. But he got traded off by captain. Players don't use those shotguns. In some fights, but sometimes if it's necessary, you have to do it.
In the last game in the area of Hatin, in the map of Sanhok, it was lost. Esports going again for the team of Renegades again. The map is different, but the narrative and the story is still the same. Lost Esports again going to face the Realm and the in a whisker. One player has been eliminated, and it seems that Lost Esports is again on the back foot. Lost Esports, this is the last match for them, and obviously for the rest of the players. But one thing that has not gone in their way, in their favor, that is they are still on that 16th spot, and losing player this easy in the very first of the game, this is again seriously gonna hurt their chances. What I can see from this match is that maybe they have challenged the drop location of Renegades, because in Hathin they were challenged, and now it's a time for payback. But again, Renegades have successfully eliminated one player. Unknown is trying to create some flank angle from the backhand side, but he has to be very much cautious, because 3 teams has dropped in the same area, same place. And RZx7E Esports, they used to go towards the area of Novorupna, but no, this time they have found some different drop location. So quite a different change of strategy for most of the teams.
Quite a different type of strategy, and sometimes doing something different might work out for you. But JD, we literally witnessed a lot of fight between these two teams, RNG and Renegades versus Lost Esports. Their drop location always clash, and every single time, usually Renegades won those fights. It seems like it is the same, but no, Teddy, he got knocked out into the open, and the Russian, it's going to be a difficult thing. Iconic, almost knocked out Captain, but Captain somehow survived.
Indeed, he survived the brunt of those array of bullets that he just witnessed, but for how long is a question that will be answered. Uzair, with the help of Scarwell, is just trying to spray the shots of Scarwell here and there. A nade has been cooked well. Does he know the exact sound? Exactly, a molly was thrown straight on his face, but he just dodged off. But Uzair will be picked off with that pinpointed precise nade, and eventually Captain did manage to take one more player down. And guess what? Lost Esports being eliminated, the first team to get eliminated in this very last game of day 2 of grand finals. And now this is a thing that is going to seriously hurt them, because all what is left in their bag is just the next 5 matches, but that will take a course in the 3rd day, and that will be tomorrow. But for now, it's a game end for Lost Esports.
I just want to talk about this thing again. That again take an exit at the first position, because in the previous match they were the one who got eliminated at the 16th position, and they were fighting against Renegades. So Renegades again victorious against Lost Esports. So okay, I literally said again 4 times in a row. So yeah, something weird. But if you're talking about weird, we saw two weird circles today, right? What do you think, Ankit? This circle's just going to showcase the same thing or not?
It can, if the circle goes towards that shore area near the George Pool, as we saw in the first game, where the area near Milta and Milta Power, the water body was still there before the 5th zone closed in. But I would like to again bring back the conversation about the Renegades and the Lost Esports. It was obviously on a real note, a revenge time for Lost Esports, because they were challenged in the map of Sanhok and they were eliminated by Renegades. Now it's the time for them to eliminate the player, but it seemed that Stalwart Esports is having some other mind, because Portal Esports are facing the brunt of sheer aggression coming from the sides of Portal Esports, and Stalwart Esports is also facing, as one by one the players are going down. Nocto and Mumtu from the sides of Portal Esports has been taken down. Joker survives barely on 50 HP, and whole of the responsibility lies on his soldier. But no! How many times we have seen that a team who is really in a good form, in a good nick, gets challenged by some other team that is on the second half of the chart. And yet, yes, Stalwart Esports, they are on the 11th and 12th position with that single chicken dinner already onto the name. This 4 kill is going to help them boost their confidence a lot.
Certainly going to improve their confidence a lot, and eliminating a team without facing a massive loss, it is something good. Stalwart Esports, one player got eliminated, but still they are looking 3 men strong. Just the best thing.
I mean, yeah, Snacks being eliminated. We have seen Snacks actually managing things up and creating that opening knock. Here also, he was the first one to ram into that scene compound where Portal Esports holding. And just one knock, and all the four players just rushed in. They marched in, and they took the fight successfully into their hands, into their name. And this is a thing that will help them, but they have to be cautious because on the backhand side, RZ7E Esports is coming slowly and steadily, and also Renegades trying to make a successful rotation from the northern side. And apart from Renegades and F4 that will be sooner and sooner into the zone, all the teams, all of the players are sitting quite comfortably.
Literally sitting comfortably, except Renegades, because they are taking some amount of damage up the blue zone, inside the blue zone. Now, circles move a little bit far away from them again. So, for the team of Team Qwerty, they're pretty close to the zone, right? But look at this, Ankit. There's a huge amount of empty area near the southern side of the circle.
Exactly, man. The area of Curry and the cities of Fairy Pier, that lumberjack area that offers you a good amount of range where you can play. And realizing the same fact, we can see a gushing of team and players in the same direction. In the mid of the circle, we already saw 5 to 6 players trying to make a rotation, and maybe some of the team, that's my guess, that they will be picked off. I'm just waiting which team gets picked off, because NFPxSky Esports holding that same mountain, that same thing right in front of the Georgia Pool is a good thing. And okay, some animations from the sides of Buggy is also there. So yeah, Bablu, we just saw them rotating, and if NFPxSky Esports really gets hold of this situation again and again, if the zone forms on them, they will be sitting quite nicely here.
Sitting quite nicely. And you know what? It might be possible that they're gonna secure some kills too, from that certain location. But now, if we're talking about fights, secures and kills, Pablo, he got knocked out. Now, I am still missing that aggression. Now it's here. One play on the back lines to provide cover to the teammates. Satan leading the charge. Bunny also got knocked out. This is not looking good for Stalwart Esports. Psycho is going to confirm those kills. And yep, 2 kills onto the name of Team Maximus. Popping some smokes, blooming some smokes so that they can collect those loot crates.
They will have to, because they have in the meanwhile in the process trying to eliminate the players. And look at that, Satan doesn't even have a level 2 helmet. That means the players are already into the frame with those rudimentary loot. But Cairo with that knock straight away onto the face, and yes, Hazi will be punished. And it seems that Cairo holding the things off for his side, as it seems he is the sole man surviving from his side. Eventually, Satan will be getting bleed off, or maybe he is getting some shots from the left-hand side, but also he will bleed off, as yes, Caro does wonder again and again. 1v3 situation is what he has done right now, and he has saved his team from this holocaust.
True, we thought that Maximus is gonna win those fights, but no. Something else happened. They lost fight. Got eliminated, which is not a good thing. Now, Team STDX, right? They secured 2 chicken dinners in a single day, which is a good thing. It might be possible that they are looking for the 3rd. And I am sure that they are going to perform well in the Erangel map, because they secured all the chicken dinners today in the Erangel map. So, what do you think, Ankit? Is this possible or not?
So guaranteeing to have chicken dinner every time in your name when Erangel comes in is a bit trickier one. But still, I would want them to come closer to that chicken dinner, maybe that 12th or 10th of total points, and I would really want to see where that team STDX are. And yes, there they are on the northeastern edge of the circle, closer to where NFPxSky Esports and Arkadians are, and they are looking to go for a good rotation for now, and maybe from the backhand side of Arkadians, or trying to cross that mountain. That is a big impediment, and the circle has gone away from most of the teams. Talk about Team Qwerty, talk about the Slayers that got the chicken in this last match. They are also looking pretty good for now.
Yeah, certainly looking pretty good. And this type of aggression, this type of gameplay they need. Kotka is type of a blood pool at this moment because we witnessed a lot of fights here. Team Freestyle decided to rotate or to aggress onto one team. Alian spotted down the players while they're rotating. I think so. He's going to connect some bullets on the other side. Team Bablu and Arkadians, they are enjoying this fight because they don't know that there's one team literally pretty close to each other. But right now, both the teams literally not fighting against each other.
They're just trying to fight out the best among themselves. But look at this, the number of team that has come already into the same frame. Team Prime and Team Qwerty. This can be an event fight at any moment. Wolverine again trying to give a cover fire from the backhand side as he's just trying to envelop the players from the sides of Team Prime. But Arkadians are also trying to make a rotation. And in the same situation, it seems that they are caught off guard and they are very close to the players of Team Bablu. Dani has created a very good flank angle. Kazan just trying to rotate in the open. But this can be a very, very bad approach if he gets knocked down. But anyways, he gets himself saved. But this can be an even fight in that compound, that classic fight that we want to witness in the area of Gatka City.
Yeah, the classic fight. We love those classic fights. And a quick prediction from your side, Ankit. Which team going to win this fight? Which team going to become victorious? Or which team is going to do the third party? Another option.
Maybe third party situation like the team Bablu is very close to them. Also one team on the backhand side. But if you are talking about the strategies and the positioning, I guess Team Prime is in a good position because I can already see one team, one player from the sides of Team Prime on the backhand side of Smart has already gotten hold of that same compound that is a two-storied compound. So it eventually helps you to scout for a better angle and gets you to give info to your team as much as possible. So Team Prime, it seems that they have spotted each and every player of Team Qwerty, and so is not the case from Team Qwerty. So till now, it is a good strategy, good approach coming from the sides of Team Prime. They just don't want to lose on any other player because if Team Qwerty gets hold of themselves, if the opening knock gets in their name, then Team Qwerty will be surely rushing straight away onto the face.
Yeah, Team Qwerty gonna rush straight onto them, onto the players of Team Prime. If they're gonna find at least one knock, Voltrux is cooking one grenade for so long. He finally cancel out at the perfect moment. Now both the teams pretty close to each other, but still so far because they're not engaging in that perfect fight. Kirat might be in a tricky situation because he is a little bit far away from the pack. That grenade from the side of Kirat.
Yes, and look at that positioning of Mujrim. I just really want to bring this on the table. Mujrim is holding a very good angle, and from that angle, I was talking about same compound. He is on the first floor, and a bit ago, Killer was just trying to give him the cover fire and that aggression that come from the sides of Stalwart Esports. But from the sides of Team Prime, they have a really good position. All they just need to do now is to fall back into zone because the circle has certainly gone away from them, and 168 meter is what Team Prime has to go. And one thing that Team Qwerty, realizing the gravity of the situation, they are doing it impeccably good, and that is that they are just trying to go into zone. Destroyer barely survive on that 10 HP.
Oh no. The caster's curse is there.
That synced.
Oh yeah,
That's
the caster's curse. To be honest, I totally agree with you, man. But Mujrim is not stopping, man. Now,
Indeed, he does. And with this, it seems that the players and also the rest of the teammates are just trying to go into that zone. Arkadians very close to the side of Team Bablu. Do they have any slightest of realization that they have already find themselves in that holocaust? But Zebian goes down.
Oh.
And he was already having that TPP advantage, but I just cannot understand why didn't he go for that fire. Pika again.
Well,
What is
Pika
this
again.
happening?
I don't know, man. To be honest, because I'm confused too at this situation.
Why wasn't
because,
he shooting?
man, you know what? It may be the part of plan. The trigger display sometimes is going to help you, but Dani, he got knocked out by the boosting down of the vehicle. On the other side, Team Qwerty not looking that strong. Arkadians, they are ready for that rotation. KMD applying some bandages so that he'll heal himself up. We still have 13 teams alive in the lobby. The kill feed is literally dancing at this moment because teams are engaging a lot of fights. STDX, Spark, very close to the players of Wolverine. This man, he has a lot of caliber. We saw his interview that he is so good. He is so confident, and the way he speaks is also amazing. The thoughts he have is also incredible. But I just want to see a wonderful gameplay from his side.
And indeed, they are just trying to flourish the way they have done in that rest of the game of Erangel. They have played, and again, whenever they step feet on the game of Erangel, they completely look in a different STDX as compared to what they play in Miramar and also the map of Sanhok. Whenever they put their best feet forward in the game of Erangel, they look completely different, and this is what again and again we are seeing from their side. But Arkadians, again, just trying to pincer down the player from TES that are already on the left hand side, but they have to ensure that they will have a safe passage into that zone. But because one team is already waiting for them, and that is of Team Qwerty. Look at this, the circle has gone away from most of the team. From the northwestern side, teams like Arkadians, Bablu, the Teen Wolf, the Soulmen surviving from their side, and Qwerty, STDX have gone away from the zone. I can only see 4 teams on the edge of the zone, and the circle has formed all out in the open.
True, but you know what? That approach from the side of Bablu is still haunting me. My heartbeat just stopped, but I'm speaking, so yeah, it's running. But Wolverine knocked out Kaizen, which is a good thing. Oh, he spotted out Teen Wolf, couldn't knock him. Oh, couldn't eliminate them. Team Bablu could not able to secure a single point. This is not looking good for Team Bablu. A bad outing in the final match of Day 2 PMCC Pakistan Finals. This is the grand finals. That could be the grand exit, but no, this was not the case for Team Bablu.
Indeed, certainly Bablu missing out on the edge on the numbers. We just saw players being eliminated from their side, and TES follows them next for that lobby, and the team Qwerty is looking in a very good touch. 2 players are still surviving, and 4 kill is what they have been able to secure. Stalwart Esports finally, after securing 9 kills, there was one team that did shut them down, and it seemed that Freestyles now they are going very hard onto the players of Arkadians, and they are just trying to eliminate them one by one. But the Slayers are the one that will be causing a huge amount of damage and a great impediment, if I have to say, because the Slayers are in a good touch for now, because carrying the momentum from the last match in which they secured the chicken dinner, they will possess a very big challenge to them.
They certainly possess a very big challenge. They are they are not granules. They are the toughest mountain at this moment. The Slayers not looking that good because one player got knocked out. Another player goes down. Now it's just brought down to only 2 players on the other side. Freestyle looking pretty good. All the 3 players are alive, searching for the players. And there's Molly from the side of Tyrant. He just lobbed that onto him. That is not a good thing. Sometimes on the nervousness, you can 1v1 fight. Tyrant. He is literally a tyrant at this moment.
He is indeed, and we are witnessing a hell lot of fight in the very northwestern part of the map. It is actually the edge of the circle, and still the players are surviving. Tyrant, not realizing the fact, he just overexposed himself a bit, and Asad, he will be taken down, or what? Malik just need to push an end. Yes, he takes him down, and it is a game end for the sides of the Slayer and also RZx7E Esports. So within a blink of an eye, 2-3 teams have faced an elimination.
Yep, 2-3 teams, some of the best teams faced an elimination, and this was one of the most weird as well as one of the most craziest match in the PMCC, right? Ankit, we saw a lot of teams going down, one of the best teams going down, and some teams who were struggling in the first 3 matches, they're just shining out, performing well. Prime Killers goes down, and Sirius is going to confirm that kill. Gully Boy, okay, Gully Boy just leading the charge at this moment, ruling the kill feed too. Alpha on the other side stole that kill. NFPxSky. Gully Boy from the side of his team is doing a lot of job.
I don't know why Team STDX, I feel like they have still a very strong chance in this match because they have already pincered the players down that are in the same vicinity, in the same proximity. But yes, I was just mentioning the fact that Qwerty goes down as Alpha has taken him down. But one thing they have to be very much cautious about is that on the right hand side, some snake in and prone in action is also trying to be getting executed. But Wolverine Can he backstab the players of Freestyle? Does the players from Freestyle have the slight test of the knowledge that the one player from the sides of Team Qwerty, that is Qwerty, is already there?
Yep, the Wolverine's already there. And you know what? This man can change a lot of stuff. This man literally can change the fate if he want to. Kathir has no kills, but has a lot of support of his team, doing a lot of job. Wolverine on the other side, last man surviving, the solo man, the solo wolf, the lone survival. When he gonna turn on the Wolverine mode? I'm still excited. I'm still curious too. We all know that in the movies, Wolverine can heal himself up and he can put a great fight. And in the PUBG Mobile, Wolverine from Team Qwerty doing the same thing.
Indeed, he's just trying to help himself and his team in order to get more and more points, more and more kills. NFPxSky Esports is also looking very much promising. If we talk about the same thing, 3 players from their side are still alive, and from the southeastern side, they have come this far and into the zone. But Team Qwerty, can this be a watershed movement for them? And this can be a game spoiler for the sides of FS if he actually backstabs them.
Oh yeah, yeah, this could be the game spoiler. Now, where's the trailer, Ankit? They already watched that. But now, Team Xquetta take an exit at the 6th position. I know that was a bad joke. Ankit was literally just thinking that why I with this man, why I'm still casting with him. He's so crazy sometimes just because of my braces, bro. Sometimes I stop thinking, just cracking some lame jokes. And now it's time for the final finish, because now we just brought down to only 5. Team Alpha goes down. STDX not in a good option, not in a good position. We would love to say, to be precisely, maybe. But Tyrant spotted down Serious. No, Serious hiding behind the Dacia so perfectly that he literally camouflaged.
Indeed, he did, but look at the way NFP players are just trying to take the fight. Ash just needs to heal himself up, and Wolverine, he's still surviving. I'm just imagining the moment the players from sides of Freestyles will be going in the open, he will be backstabbing. The same thing happened to one team, and I really felt sorry in the game of Sanhok. Can this be again a game for them? Because STDX, they are still, I guess, he gave the revival, but no, NFPxSky Esports will be saying no to them. A complete rejection is what has come into their lap, and one by one the players are getting eliminated, and the match is getting intense, because this is a grand finals day 2, the final match for day 2, and out in the open, Freestyle, a bold move. This can be a punishing thing for them. Qwerty trying to spray down the players, but still no success into them. But look at this, Wolverine has every single information that he wants to.
To be honest, Wolverine can do a lot of job. Wolverine can literally change the future, and he's doing the same thing. But no, his position has been compromised. Captain is working, just literally. Oh man, Wolverine. This is inhuman reaction from his side as well as from the side of Freestyle Tyrant as well. Now it's a 1v2 situation. In fact, Qwerty got eliminated with total 7 kills. Look at the position of Gully Boy. To be precisely, Ankit. Gully Boy, if you're gonna go on a flank angle, Qwerty can literally take him down. Oh, no flank angle. This is the end. And yep. Freestyle, 2nd position again.
Indeed, the match that got into their favor, NFPxSky Esports making a chicken dinner for themselves, and this is a statement that NFPxSky Esports really wanted to make. They were in the top 5 of the chart, a total of 7 kills and 1339 is the total damage is what they have been able to secure, and to be more precise, they have climbed up some numbers. And right now they are at the 5th position. 2 players were remaining from their side, and it was all down to eliminating the single players from the sides of Freestyles, and Tyrant was taken down. And you were mentioning about those inhuman reaction that did come from the sides of Qwerty, and Wolverine took the last player from the sides of Renegades, and Captain was completely shut down. But all in all, a very good game in this last game on this day 2 of Grand Finals.
And to be honest, Ankit, I just want to talk about one thing. That Wolverine, he was waiting when the captain is just going to go for the reload. At that moment, he survived, just hide behind that tree, and then he fired back. He retaliated back and confirmed
Yeah.
that last kill. Renegades taken exit at the 4th position, but NFPxSky, they secured the chicken dinner as so as the MVP title. Gully Boy got the MVP title. 5 kills, 754 damage, and 2 assists as well. This man is literally so good. From the grassroots to the pro circuit, we can see that.
I mean, indeed, they are really performing the way we expect, and this is the same thing that we expect to do, not shying away from taking any chances. And whenever you get the moment, you put your best feet forward. And Gully Boy joining into frame for the most valuable player for the first time in this final, and this is achievement that he must be proud of. Also, some other lads from the sides of Stalwart Esports that had a very good day today. Caro also featuring in the top players list after this match. R&D captain was also in that list, but the glittering performance coming from the sides of NFPxSky Esports. 7 kills, a total of 22 points is what they have been able to secure. Not a good amount of kill, a high fragging match for them, but a chicken dinner is a chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner is certainly a chicken dinner. That's the point. That's the statement. But you know what? Team Renegades finally looking so good on the tables. And one thing, and that I just want to mention one thing, and that is they secured some good amount of placement points. And you know what? One player from NFPxSky, right? His name is Gully Boy, and we all know that is one famous dialogue from the movie Apna Time Aayega, and he just showed the same thing. He's the MVP man. Come on.
Exactly, he is the MVP for himself, and these are the Oppo F19 Pro moments, and I certainly wait for these moments because in that heat of match and in that fastness that match take in its old course, we certainly do miss all these action. But here are the Oppo F19 Pro moments for you, ladies and gentlemen, because we just saw some serious matches going down to the wire, and this was the moment that Wolverine did certainly put him down. And yes, this was a moment where captain was shut down, and finally Tyrant went down to the 1v2 situation up against him name, and Wolverine goes down. And overall ranking is on your TV screen, ladies and gentlemen. Team Qwerty just not allowing any player, any team to come close to them. 165 point is what they have been able to secure, a total of after 10 matches.
Yep, total after 10 matches, looking pretty good. Now, after this particular match, Renegades just jumped on to the 11th position with total 52 points. Xquetta and Stalwart Esports on the 9th and 10th position respectively. Lost Esports again, still on the 16th position with only 24 points. But one thing, that is Team TES and Arkadians. They both the teams have same amount of total points.
They do have quite a lot of team are sharing the same points tally if we talk about and have an eye over it. But NFPxSky Esports again and again, good performance coming from their sides. Gully Boy again shining, you shine to outshine. He has outshined all of the players from his teammates. 12 kill is what, and he is having that KPM sharing with one more with his teammates. But Gully Boy, he impresses me a lot every time he features in that list. But let's have a look on that kill leader tally. Voltrux, the number of kill that he has secured in yesterday's matches, all 5 matches. Today it was not his days, it was Destroyer's days, because he is chasing him like a parasite.
True, to be honest, that's the best thing. But as we were just mentioning about Gully Boy, can I request you in the chat, can you type that hashtag it's time for Gully Boy? That he's just so good, man. But Team Qwerty as well, still leading the kill leaders, still leading the overall ranking department. Come on, if you gonna play like this, which team going to stop you? Like, I don't think so that any team can stop you. And another thing to the viewers, nothing can stop you by getting these permanent PMCC frame, because what you have to do, just watch the stream and just complete your total minutes, 20, 50, 80 and 100 to get 1, 2, 3 or 4 PMCC medals. And what are you going to do with that PMCC medals? You can redeem those medals in-game to get some awesome in-game rewards. And trust me. And trust Ankit as well. You can literally flex those items in front of your team or in front of your friends that, bro, by just watching the stream, by just completing the targets, I got these.
I mean, yeah, lots of perk attached, not only to the players and also to the viewers for us, as you just mentioned and rightly explained by Shivansh. And once you get that 120 medals, you can straight away get exchange that 120 medals with that
Yeah.
PMCC permanent frame, and that is something exclusiveness that game brings to you for also. And with this, we are down with all the 5 matches of the day, and we just saw how STDX started dominating the lobby. And also in this same last game that did finish in the game of Erangel, STDX did finish. And we were talking about this thing, but also some teams tried to make a comeback. We are talking about Stalwart Esports that did secure 1 chicken dinner. Also the teams like Maximus and the Slayers that finally got the chicken dinner. And how to forget the NFPxSky Esports finally ending the day things off in a way that they really wanted to. But with this, it's a wrap from our side for the grand finals day 2. Day 3 will be the next day, and it will be tomorrow. But till then, it is a sign off from our side.